You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another TADPOG podcast. Just a show where two old guys and one slightly younger guy, we play some old games, although not really an old game, actually a really new game.
Or retro-inspired games.
Retro-inspired games.
Or just whatever we want to do.
That's true. Fuck it.
Next week, for example.
Yeah.
You'll find out.
So welcome back to the show for the first time in a long time. Saint Zach.
What's up, Zach?
What's going on, Internet? How are you guys today?
What was the last episode you were on?
The last episode I was on was Star Fox.
Star Fox for the SNES?
Yes.
Wow.
That's what I thought.
That was a long
playing
time
that,
ago.
Because it was up
Yeah,
high
it
on
was
the,
in your old...
You were on that episode?
Yeah, in the garage. Dude, I sat there and played the game with you for like an hour and a half before we recorded.
You did?
Yes.
Great.
It was like 3 days after my interview episode, I believe. And
Yeah,
you guys
I remember sitting in
He didn't get the job.
worst
in
picture
Annex 2 or
ever.
Annex 3.
Annex 3,
Right,
yeah.
Because I was like, but Star Fox, that seems like, that's SNES. Surely we're still doing that. Yeah, it's been a
Yeah.
while. We've gone through like 3 other lists since then.
Yeah, and I was really excited about the N64, and then you shit all over my 13-year-old to 16-year-old self. Thanks.
It shouldn't have been so shit-inducing.
It never should have been made.
I like Paper Mario.
Oh, yeah.
I really
Star
like
Fox
Paper
64
Mario.
was good. I
Star
like
Fox
that.
64 was good.
Yeah.
Mario 64.
Yeah.
GoldenEye?
Nope.
No?
Not so much.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's one of those games where it's like, I understand why people love it. I mean, I guess people could go listen to the GoldenEye episode, but like, here's the summary. I don't like it, but I understand that it's important for console first-person shooters. All right, that episode's done.
I like it.
Thanks for driving in from Oklahoma, Blake.
Blake was on that one.
Yeah.
Man, I don't have a good Tadpog memory. I record these, and they're just like, they're done. Out of my memory forever.
It's the same I am whenever I'm listening to them.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, no.
So fucking with you.
I'm like, I have to call and talk to them about that key point because that would be a good phone call, and I could ask them that question and give them some really good content. Next episode starts. What the fuck was I thinking about earlier? I should have put it in my notebook, but I'm not going to stop driving because I got like 8 more hours to go. So, yeah, screw it.
You pull over, make a note, start driving again.
Yeah, no, you guys can come up with your own
Wait,
content.
hey Siri, take a note.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of
You're
here.
welcome.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I don't even have Siri, and I
It's,
knew that.
it's fun to do on Twitch streams. It's edgy.
Oh, wow.
I like getting Siri involved on the Twitch stream.
Yeah, I don't know technology like I used to. I'm just becoming an old man.
Speaking of your calls, I'm glad that you're alive and in front of us because on almost every one of your calls, it sounds like you're about on the brink
Is that the last time we
dying.
hear from Zach?
Right. It
What,
does
like the
feel
one from Thanksgiving a couple years ago?
all of them.
Oh,
Just
okay.
every single
Just
one.
every
of them.
single one?
Yeah, every single one of them's a cliffhanger of our friendship.
You're either fucked up or you're so tired. It's like, I'm exhausted and I'm driving 16 hours.
right.
You know,
Well, I mean, you
And then the
told
call
me that
ends.
guy is funnier than, normal Zach, so I try
It
to
is,
be
that's
that
true.
guy.
Your imminent death is hilarious.
Yeah, please don't. You don't have to.
Oh,
play.
like whenever I was in Korea staying in that weird building and I
Yes.
called you guys?
Yep.
I thought you appreciated that one a little bit.
You don't have to play a character for us, Zach.
Oh, that makes me feel good.
I mean, but it does. It honestly does worry me when it's like, yeah, I've been up for 58 hours and I'm out here on this thing, and then the call just ends, and I'm like, surely he calls back.
Man,
Nope.
what's this in my gun hole? Call face.
So I just saw these red eyes out in the desert, and they're not showing up in my night vision goggles. So I'm going to go check that out. I'll talk to you guys later.
Y'all sell night vision goggles at the helicopter shop?
Yeah, don't you?
It's like Dollar General, regular Dollar General.
Well, I mean, they
I'm
are
sorry, Harbor Freight.
but they're the shitty ones that only break after about 6 months of use. So even though they're really, really cheap, they're kind of shitty.
So the Jurassic Park ones.
Yes.
I stumbled upon a subreddit I enjoy called Chinesium.
What is Chinesium?
It is where people
What
buy
element
shit
is
from
it?
like it's a whole new element that all of China makes things out of. And it's them buying Chinese goods that are as cheap as they can get and then showing them broken. Like somebody buys $1 of like these clips and then just systematically goes through the whole box, picks it up, squeezes it, breaks. Picks it up, squeezes it, breaks, and goes through the
That's it?
whole box doing that.
It's not a loop. I've been watching this for 8 hours.
How many pins and how many?
I mean, sure, they break easy, but there's a shit ton of them.
Then it's all these like tools and stuff that are stripped. These screws, like the grooves aren't even in place. And it's an interesting subreddit.
Stupid Chinese screws, I feel like, is a thing that a lot of kids hear their dads say. or uncles.
Or grandparents.
Yeah, or just pretty much anybody.
But in this day and age, like, I'm pretty sure I heard my dad say that and my grandfather.
Oh, I know I've heard my dad say that.
Yeah, but I don't say that. And do you think kids these days really hear it?
I don't know. I guess time will tell.
We'll see.
It's the only way to know for sure.
So, but today we're going to be talking about a gift we got from Zeboyd Games.
A gift?
A gift.
You call it a gift?
Yeah. They gave it to us
They
for
did,
free.
They didn't give it to us for free. But I would call it a review copy.
Yeah, it's a gift.
Yeah.
All
right,
They really
so-
like the show, so
Yeah.
they gave it to us.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
I mean, I started it on Kickstarter, but
You pledged on Kickstarter?
I did.
Oh, cool.
that's why I got my copy. I redeemed it on Steam.
Uh-huh.
But then when it came out for the Switch, I was like, I wonder if they'll give us just let me have more copies.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, here you go.
That's great.
So yeah.
Usually stuff like that does not work out for us.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
But it did, and Cosmic Star Heroine by Zeboyd Games.
We're more legitimate if it's not a gift. I just want to we're more legitimate if it's not a gift.
It's a review copy gift.
So it's 100% going to color our opinion of the game. We just want to get that out of the way right at the beginning. The game has absolutely no merit, but we love it. There's a one sentence review.
Well, before we get started, I'm your beard host, Tyler, and we got some packages.
Yeah, what we got?
Which they've already been opened.
Yeah.
Because my children saw them and
Yeah.
what are these? And opened
packages.
them and left it out on the counter.
Yeah.
So
Got a discipline.
first off, I'm very excited to see.
Whoa! Well, we're all gonna act surprised. Come on, Zach. Act surprised.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
it's Donkey
man.
Kong Bongos. I've seen them
Yeah.
before.
Remember when I said don't play a character?
Yeah.
Go ahead and play a character right
Oh,
now.
okay.
You're a surprise guy.
Have you seen the guy play Dark Souls with those?
No.
No.
Yeah, beat Dark Souls with a set of bongos.
Are those the ones that Blumpkin Bear sent?
There wasn't anything in either one of these packages. I didn't see any letter, nothing.
Because I know here's the thing. We're probably about to be inundated with those bongos because I think multiple people are sending them in
Perfect.
because
Love
we
it.
asked for them.
We did.
Now those are gifts. That's not a review copy of those bongos.
You're right.
That's a gift. So yeah, we'll actually get to play. We're well on our way. We're getting equipped for our
So we can do 2-player Donkey Konga.
and we can review all the Donkey Kong games.
Fuck yes.
And check that off our bucket list.
But that is amazing and I love it.
Yeah, thank you.
That's the first set I've ever seen in real life.
I know I haven't seen one in many years because Brandon used to own a copy, but since then they've disappeared into the ether. The set of Viking horn drinking glasses.
Yeah, they're drinking horns.
Here, if I could pass that over to Dave. I did read the manufacturer's warning.
Yeah.
We shouldn't drink hot beverages out of it or send it through the
God,
dishwasher.
I'd love to show up at work tomorrow drinking coffee out of this thing. Don't put it in the
I
dishwasher.
think you can put warm liquids in it and sort of it then becomes pliable. So you can put it in whatever shape you
Oh
want.
man, I want a pliable horn. Just what I've always wanted.
That is very slick.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Do you need help there, guy? I got a pocket knife.
No, it's all good. I just don't want to hit the microphone with it.
There you go. So I give you that checkout.
Oh, wow.
It is very cool. I'm glad
Yeah.
someone sent us those.
Yeah. Is that the one you want? Do you want the black one?
Do you want the black one?
I do want the black one.
To take it.
All right, yeah, all right. Thank
Yeah,
you.
but this one curves a little bit more to the left. So
Then that should be
Yeah,
mine.
that's about perfect. Yeah, that's actually how we should decide.
That should definitely be mine.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you, Bunny and Kira. I am going to. I'm trying to track down actually a beer, a mead that Bunny recommended. So I'll be.
These would be very good for us at the next cabin party. To
Yeah.
enjoy our meat out
Yeah,
of.
yeah.
John would like this very much.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, but you're never going to be able to set it down and pick up a controller.
It's true.
It's a horn, man. It just belongs on the head.
Oh, okay.
That's how it works. Or it's
That's
like a
how-
neck pillow.
You remember that Looney Tunes where the guy finds the devil's horn and he uses
Yes.
it as
I
to
don't.
listen through, and
don't.
all sorts of weird shit starts happening to him?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Usually I would say yeah, but I don't think I've seen
I
that.
don't think there was any spoken word in that one, was
Yeah,
it?
it was just
and it
sound
was
effects.
like black figures on a colored background, and like it would show red whenever you'd listen to it, and whenever
Yeah.
shit started getting crazy.
Like a little old man, he drops his listening horn and he finds another one that just starts fucking with him every time he uses it. And at the very end, the devil appears and picks it back up and screws it onto his head.
And then reaps the man's soul.
Essentially.
Oh no, he was already tortured enough. He didn't have to go through Dante's Inferno again.
He went through it once.
Yeah, he made it to the 7th level, and then he took the horn and he threw it down, and he picked up his old broken thing and was like, "Screw this, I'm out."
That's what it's about. He goes through Dante's Inferno.
No, I'm.
Damn it, man! I was really into it too. What do you do with all those undead babies?
I mean, what
He
do
throws
you
them
do?
in the devil's mouth to get Judas out.
Yeah, perfect.
See, I was gonna say something funny. You went serious because
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
That was serious.
yeah, that actually happened in Dante's Inferno.
You know that's fiction, right?
No,
Like I'm not saying the Bible
maybe,
is.
maybe it was a dream that he had. Maybe it was prophetic. And Judas and Cassius are inside the devil's mouth in the final layer of hell.
Yeah, and it also just happens that everybody in hell are enemies of the author. It's like if I did a Tadpog episode where it's like, all right, let me tell you, everybody's going to hell, and just list everybody that I've met in my life that I don't like. And then I went to the next level. Guess who was there? That guy who made fun of me for being fat when I was never really fat, but
You don't know my pain, Dave.
yeah, sorry.
Don't assimilate my culture.
Sorry, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
I assimilated both your cultures because I'm bespectacled now,
Yeah.
and I grew out my beard. I was thinking about shaving
Pretty
it this
good.
morning, and I
no,
was like,
fuck no.
I'll be bespectacled and bearded.
Nice.
It's a blend. It's like Tyler and I did a fusion dance, and it's you.
A+, Dave. A+.
Well, Zach, welcome back.
Thank you.
Do you have any stories?
I've got a bunch of stories, but none are really appropriate for this show.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Are they wholesome?
I was, yeah, they are
Are they
wholesome.
good Christian stories?
Well, I mean, like my mother just texted me and was like, "Hey, I bought you 10 of those monster drinks," and I was like, "Thanks, Mom." I feel like she got me juice boxes of Capri Sun, and
You
know
wish.
do they even sell those anymore?
I do believe they still sell Capri Sun.
Oh yeah, no, we get them for the kids all the time.
Nice. I want Monster Energy Capri Sun. Is what I want.
I was even thinking about what a Capri Sun is whenever Kenna asked for something to drink, and I just handed her one. And she took it from me and was like, "Dad, I don't understand."
It's like you handed her a Rubik's
Yeah,
cube.
'cause she would just, where do I, what? What is this? Now you take off the straw. Okay.
Now I have a silver bag.
So I showed her how to put it in. She's like, oh, huh. she's
Yeah.
not enthused.
Not a fan.
Uh-uh.
Not a fan of the Capri Sun.
Can I just have apple juice in a glass?
Like a normal child.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? I don't know. It wasn't really normal for me though. We didn't have glasses. We drank everything out of our hands, cupped hands.
I love it. Industrious.
That's what they do in Louisiana?
That's actually when we lived in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Did you know that glasses are illegal? Drinking
what?
glasses are
A
illegal.
Quaker
in Pennsylvania?
glass.
Yeah,
Your
Quaker
cupped
glass. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of Dutch Irish or German Dutch up there. Mm-hmm. Mennonites. There we go. Couldn't think of the word.
I'm pretty sure they could use drinking glasses.
Are you sure?
I'm not, but I would bet that they could.
I don't know.
I'm not going to look it up.
Has to be made of the bones of their ancestors.
I was thinking wood, like cedar.
The wood, the wood bones of their ancestors.
Or they can drink out of the horn of the devil.
Share an inappropriate story.
Yeah.
Oh, I recently I can't even use the back half of that story. I don't fucking know, man.
All right, so Cosmic Star Heroine. What'd you guys think?
Yep. Let's just roll right into it then.
I mean, if you guys can give me ideas, I'll fucking throw something in there.
All right, let's do. You want to do a Mad Lib real quick?
I mean, I do, but I think you'd be upset with me.
Come on, let's have it. I'll go the extra mile for the show.
It's all right.
Come on, Tyler. Which one?
We can. I can bring up Ask Reddit. That's always a fun conversation starter. Or we can talk about the game.
I feel like we're introed up, guys.
Yeah?
Yeah,
All right.
I do. I feel like we're introed up.
It has been almost 20 minutes.
It's been a We've had
all right.
And I'm sure
witty
that-
banter. I'll put half a check mark there.
I'm sure we'll ham it up at the end as well.
We'll have more time to take calls.
Yeah. And I can trash talk Adam.
Dave, you hear that?
I do hear that. It sounds like some kind of like futuristic Blade Runner train full of review gifts.
Yeah.
And there's like two guys with pitchforks just like slinging those review gifts right at us.
Love it.
Which of course ushers in a segment that we like to call Dave Reads from Wikipedia. I said that slowly because I am pulling up Wikipedia as we speak.
As many times as you've done this, you think you would be on point with that iPad.
Do you know me?
Yeah. Yeah, but
right.
repetition.
You know what? I'll get into the whole workflow when this is all over. Yeah, I'll go over the workflow, how this all works, and then
If that's all the iPad would be used for, I'd understand. But
Yeah.
there's also plenty of pornography to be viewed on
Lots.
that thing.
Oh,
So
like,
much.
is that...
I would advise you never touch this.
God, I'm going to pull porn up on my phone. I want to be part of the crew.
Oh, you're part of the crew.
Oh, yay.
Okay, guys. Cosmic Star Heroine.
DK Crew.
You, Zach, you're the
Donkey
leader of the
Kong.
bunch.
Leader of the bunch. Yep. And that's some CFP style porn.
Yeah, her name is Liz _103.
Lemon. Liz _ Lemon.
I'd be down for some Liz Lemon pornography.
That is some high def. That's some brave pornography right there. That is.
You can see the moles in all the bad places.
Yeah. Cosmic Star Heroine is a science fiction role-playing video game by Zeboyd Games. It was released in April 2017 for PlayStation 4 and Microsoft Windows, and for Vita and Nintendo Switch at later dates. It just recently came out on the Switch, like worldwide. I think it was like August of this year.
Yeah.
They are planning, according to Wikipedia, with ports to other platforms still planned. So that is pretty much the first paragraph of that. I mean, it gets into gameplay and stuff like that, but I have a feeling that that's where we're going to really shine.
Yeah, but I want to avoid, because we talked about it before, about trying to avoid spoilers for most of this episode.
Yeah, because for reasons we're going to get into, spoilers happen a lot in this game, and they happen rapidly, I feel like.
You had a very good point when you brought that up, because it is hard to dissect without spoilers.
And this is a game that's, like, if this were, like, an old game like we normally cover, like a game that's been out for 30 years.
It's your fault you didn't play it at that point.
I mean, I kind of feel like, I don't want to say it's your fault, but it's like one of those where it's like, I mean, we're not going to give spoiler warnings on a 30-year-old game.
Yeah.
But this one is new.
Pretty new, yeah.
So we'll do all that we can up until a certain point, and then we'll let you know that Avast, the RB spoilers.
Yep.
Okay.
RB spoilers.
RB spoilers. Don't eat the horsey sauce.
No, you fucking eat all the horsey
No.
sauce.
100% emissions.
So Jacob York of Wolf Fighting fame sent me the link to this game on Kickstarter saying, I think this sounds up your alley because it is a mix of Phantasy Star, Suikoden, and
Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger.
Is my guess.
Correct. Yep. The three of them. I was like, well, fuck yeah. All right. Looked at the screenshots. It's like a very cool 16-bit aesthetic that I like very much. Kind of reminded me of, honestly, Tactics a little bit. Not only not 3D, but that style of sprite. So I kickstarted it, kind of forgot about it, and then suddenly like, oh, hey, it's here. Here you go. Like I said, I got it for Steam, but I didn't play it right away. And then once, came out on Switch, played it, and I love it on the Switch. Love it on the Switch. This makes me really like, I wish I had more games to play on the Switch because it was so fun for me to be able to take this in the car and lay in bed. And like, it gave me the perfect experience in taking in this game.
So the portability was more important.
Portability was huge.
Dude, this is not an episode on the Nintendo Switch, but it is like the perfect console if you want to play things in bursts and if you want to play things in bed.
Yep.
Like, I mean, like those are these two things that you want? If they are, be prepared to buy a whole lot of games over again because it's like I've rebought games at full price just because it's like, it would be fun to play this in bed. I have played this game before, but it would be fun to play this in bed.
Again, There we go.
I might have to pick one up.
It's good. It's a good dad console because when you hit the power button, it just saves whatever you're doing. You can pick right back up when you turn it on. So it's like
it's almost like save state.
It's like a sleep mode.
The Vita does the same thing. It's my favorite feature of the Vita.
It's really nice. So it's I don't know. I think if you're a dad, you should get a Switch.
But spoilers about this episode. Then I thoroughly enjoyed this game.
I think that's actually a really good place to start.
Yeah,
because I also enjoyed this game, and I have a feeling you probably enjoyed it more than I did. I'm curious why we enjoyed the game and if there are different reasons.
Yeah, because I like Zeboyd Games. They also have done Breath of Death 7 that I've mentioned on the show before.
And I haven't played that.
It's been quite some time. It was a 5-hour experience that I thought was very, very fun. They also have done Cthulhu Saves the World, which I have not played, which after this I very much intend on it.
I'd like to play it too. I think that's probably that's what I know them for, is because that was a big deal.
Yep. And I mean, I don't think this is a spoiler, but like the ultimate bosses of this game, the ultimate optional bosses are characters from Breath of Death and Cthulhu Saves the World.
That's 100% a spoiler.
Well, it's sort of like talking about Ruby Weapon and Emerald Weapon in 7. So what?
Oh, you mean the two things that I never killed?
Oh.
I haven't 100%ed Final Fantasy 7.
Oh, bye.
They're hard.
Bye.
They're hard.
Okay.
They're hard.
Go save our country, Zach.
You have the freedom to do this because I get shot at.
God, I hope we don't come up against a Ruby Weapon in the future. Next war. I don't know what the fuck.
We're going to have Space Force, okay? They'll be able to handle Ruby Weapon.
We got it.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right,
that's a fair point.
All right.
This game for me, because I'm impressed that I believe Zeboyd Games is a 2-man studio.
I believe that is right.
So for them to put this together is pretty amazing. Mm-hmm. I love the look of it. I love the music.
Yeah, the music is really good.
I love the aesthetic. It doesn't reinvent the wheel story-wise, and there are some elements of it that I wish were more fleshed out or just had more to it. But overall, I was constantly engaged in every battle, in every dungeon, at every point of the story. I was never... I didn't have to, I could put it down, but I also, it constantly kept me entertained and pleased.
You wanted to keep playing it.
Yeah.
I think that is the strongest thing about this game, honestly, is because when I started playing it, I streamed it in 3 parts. And the first night, I ended up streaming for 6.5 hours because I didn't want to stop playing the game. That's, I think, my favorite thing about it is that it is, it's tight. The story is tight.
Yep.
I do think that it gets to a point where, almost to a fault, because there are moments in the game where you're told things instead of seeing it. Like at the end of one chapter, the party is split up. And then in the next chapter, it's kind of like, oh, it's a good thing we met back up. One of those things where it's like, I mean, I get it. We're keeping this experience tight, but there are points in the game that I feel like some of the storytelling is sacrificed for that.
Did you guys lose or die a whole lot in the game or no?
I think I didn't die until I took on an optional side quest toward the end that I was not ready for.
Okay. Dave, you?
I didn't, but I didn't play it on the super hard difficulty. Like, they've got 4 difficulty modes, which you can change at any point in the game. So I played it on the second lowest difficulty mode.
Yeah, I don't remember what that was called.
I think it's Agent.
That sounds right.
And because I was like, well, this seems like normal. I want to play this game on normal difficulty.
Whatever. I picked the one that I felt seemed most normal. So.
And then what happened is I got close to the deadline for us to record this, and I was like, I am switching this to tourist because here's what happened to me. Okay, and this is actually a good segue because we just talked about how the story is tight and how it moves quickly. I had a real problem with one of the chapters in the game. Like, I feel like the pacing got a little wonky for me around chapter 7 because there is like, the chapters are going like boom, 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 boom. And then I get to a certain point where it's like, this chapter is super long. And it was sometime during there, I was like, I'm going to go ahead and bump this difficulty to tourist, which is the lowest because I want to get through this game so that I can talk about it.
Well, I was going to, the reason I asked about dying is because it has a Super Meat Boy thing where you can immediately redo the battle that you just lost.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Or go back to your last save. And since you can save anywhere, it kind of keeps your flow if you want to try those higher difficulties.
Yeah, I like being able to
cool.
save anywhere.
Yeah, that is nice. There are no save points in the game. And I do think, I feel like, I don't know, because we haven't talked to the developers or anything. I haven't read any interviews with them, but I feel like just playing this game, I feel like one of their goals was respect the player's time.
Yeah.
Because like there's no padding. This game has no fat. It has optional things like side quests that you mentioned before, but it doesn't have needless grinding. Like grinding is not a thing in this game.
No.
Which is wonderful.
The characters
I love
don't
that.
respawn once you go through an area.
Yeah, the enemies don't respawn. It's done Chrono Trigger style. I think that's everyone who hopped in the stream was like, man, this game reminds me of Chrono Trigger. Like everybody. Because it does very much look like Chrono Trigger meets Blade Runner or Futurama, I think Sandwich Boat Phil said. I felt like, yeah, that's actually a really good description because there's a lot of whimsy in this game too.
Yeah.
With the aliens and all the different NPCs. The dialogue, I think, is a delight to read. I
talked to everybody that I came across.
I wanted to talk to everybody.
Yep.
So, I mean, that in that regard, it reminded me of Earthbound. Because Earthbound is another game where it's like,
I find everyone.
Yeah, I want to talk to everybody. And then when you beat Earthbound, and it's like, okay, I'm going to talk to everybody again.
Because they all have all new dialogue, every person.
So that's what it reminded. It reminded me of Earthbound in that regard. The only time I broke that rule was when it's like, I'm in the last chapter, and it's like, I'm not going to talk to everybody on our base ship.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to do it. If I had more time, then I probably would have.
Because it's like Phantasy Star in its setting. Because it's futuristic, multi-planet. Every planet is populated. That you will go to every planet, and they're all very diverse and different.
We should also probably say, have we said that this is like essentially a JRPG?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
Yeah, this is a turn-based JRPG.
Definitely pretend that we said that at the beginning.
Yep.
Everybody
Yes.
listening.
So for me, it was a very good throwback experience. That was just nice to be able just to play at my leisure, progress through, and just enjoy it. It was just such a good experience to have that I haven't had in it feels like a really long time.
That's your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
That's your wheelhouse. And it used to be, I mean, I love the old JRPGs, but it's like every time I think about playing one now or playing a new one now, it's like the first question I ask is, how long is that game? It's like, I would love to play Persona 5, but I do not have 120 hours to do it.
I haven't. I bought it and I started playing. And it's like, I really like this, but I make her do a console. You know, if it was on the Switch and I could take it with me when I travel around and stuff like that, that'd be different. But like, I can't sit in here in my bedroom for that long and just play like only once in a blue moon. You know, could I do something like that?
Sure.
So then I'm gonna forget the story and
Where you were and where you left your equipment.
right.
And whenever you were playing another Fallout 3 run through. And
yeah. But the last time I was able to do something like that, it was just I would play for an hour between when I got off work and Melissa got off work. Like I did that for Shining Force 2, sitting in my computer going through that.
Yeah.
And other than that, it's hard to play games like that long. You know, so
I'm with you. I think
But this was nice that I could do that. Like Melissa prefers driving, so like when we were going to get Kenna or doing something else, I'd just hit the switch and play it in the car.
Nice.
And it is really good for playing it in bursts like that because each chapter, except for the exception of one, I feel like each chapter is pretty. I mean, they're bite sized.
Yeah.
You can get through a chapter, and I mean, some chapters I felt like I was getting through in 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And there are like 13 chapters in the game.
Did you think the artwork on the levels was like not too varied? Like it was kind of that greens, browns mixed up, or whenever you're inside. And
I feel like every planet had its theme.
Yeah.
it had a theme, but
every
it was
planet had a different like color palette.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just thought they all looked kind of muddled after a while. Like I can't think of one specifically that I was like that was maybe one that I thought looked like a water world.
Yeah.
Round bulbous houses and little circular windows and whatnot. I thought that one stood out a little bit, but none of the others were really like, hey, this is a cool level.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like, there were certainly areas in the game that felt way different. Like, very early in the game, I know we're trying to stay out of spoiler territory, but you go into a lab, and all of a sudden the game gets kind of scary, like a little scary, like it's tonally different. And I think they do a good job in certain areas like that. I can see like the cities and stuff, because every time you go to a planet, you do have an overworld map, but you're really kind of like only in 2 or 3 areas.
Yeah, and your overworld map is very brief whenever, because like I said, with the Phantasy Star and theme, then it's Chrono Trigger in overworld map, then into a dungeon, and 4-person party max. Turn-based, see your enemies. Everybody pretty much has an element that they specialize in.
There's a lot more customization, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you change your loadout sort of like Diablo 3.
Because
And
all
then
of
you
your
get access to different attacks, correct?
Yeah, it depends on, as you level up, each character gets abilities that are pre-assigned to them. And then out of those you have a pool of abilities, and you have a certain number of slots that you assign those abilities in. That's Diablo's, Diablo style.
Yep.
So you can kind of, within a box, you can kind of like build a character based on their abilities that are pre-assigned. But then on top of that, you have items. And items, I love how items work in this game. They don't work in a traditional JRPG style. They work great for me.
But I say that is your style, like
because I hate using items in RPGs. Like I don't do it because my mentality is I don't want to use this. Yes, this is an emergency, but I do not want to use this high potion.
There might be a bigger emergency.
Because there might be a bigger emergency. Yeah, exactly. So I'll just
do the same thing.
I'll just die instead. And then when I reload, try to do better. That's my mentality. I don't want to use the items. But this game is wonderful because the items are
Equipable.
Yeah, they're equipable and they're not consumable. When you use them, you get to use each of your items that you load out. You can pick 4 items, and you can use each of those items once per battle. Unless you have a character with an ability who can refresh those.
Yep.
Short rest is a thing in this game that refreshes your abilities. So it's like the way that the abilities work.
It's bravely default in its reliance on defending to refresh your abilities.
Right, absolutely. Or even like, I go out so far to say like D&D 5th edition, where it's like, take a short rest and you get these abilities refresh. Like your main abilities refresh, but your items don't and your programs don't. Programs are another level of customization for characters. When you equip a shield on a character, each shield has abilities assigned to it. They're called programs. And as long as you meet the requirements to use those abilities, that character will be able to use the abilities on that shield. And those also don't refresh until the end of battle.
Yep.
There might be a character who can reuse programs. I'm not sure.
Dave would probably be the one.
But yeah. So, but I mean, what's nice is there are a lot of things that you can play with. Like a lot more. There's a lot more customization in this game than there is in like any of the 16-bit RPGs that I can think of off the top of my head. I think Diablo 2, Diablo 3, Tyler, I think that's like an apt comparison as far as like talent loadouts and stuff work. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword for me because it's like I love that on one hand.
We should also say that Dave is a character in the game, and we're not just referring to you.
Right, yeah, that's true. I want to get the
I bet Dave could do it.
Yeah, I probably could. One thing that I want to say before we move to characters, because I definitely want to talk about characters, is I think that the way that the customization is a double-edged sword, because it's great. It's great fun being able to do that, but I don't feel like you really have a lot of time to play with mixing and matching abilities, because there aren't a lot of, there's not grinding in the game.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
You
like...
can replay battles. You get the option. You can go through to fight or whatever and replay your last played battle.
I did not know that. So that's really good. So, maybe with that knowledge, then I could play around more with the party. But like what I felt like was I kind of settled into what worked. And I was like, I don't want to deviate from this because for one reason, I feel like you don't really have your full roster available to you until like way late in the game. So you can't really play around with party member combinations until later on in the game.
Yeah.
And because the way that it works with shields and programs and stuff like that, a lot of times you don't have those available to you until later in the game as well, which I think is a wonderful thing to vary a game up. Like there's nice variety in that, but I do feel like it really didn't have the length to like really promote me playing around with that.
Yeah.
And maybe it has to do with the fact that I played this on the second easiest difficulty. Like maybe if I was playing this on the super ultra hard mode, I would be dying more often, and I'd be like, all right, well, let me try this combination out and see if this works,
Get all your buffs together and all your heals together, and then you have to figure out who's going to buff who and who does their DPS and so on and so forth.
Yeah, and the order, because like the sequence is really important in battle too, because like the battle, like the combat system, I think is really cool, and it is also very different than any other RPG that I've played.
Yeah, I look because it is the opposite of Suikoden. Because Suikoden battles are plentiful and very fast. Like Suikoden battles, you're just in and out. Like you can hit auto, and your six party members attack all at once and can decimate someone. That's the battle.
Sure.
This is very different. There aren't nearly so many battles. They don't refresh. So when you do get in a battle, it is a long process.
Right.
And battles usually take a while.
Right. And by they don't refresh, once those enemies are dead, they're dead. Unless you choose to fight them again.
Yeah, unless you do that option. Okay. But yeah, you can't like leave a dungeon, come back in and fight them all over again. You can only fight the last battle you did.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
Did you like how you were healed up after every battle?
Yep. Yeah. That was a nice...
Do you think that benefited in the fast pace of the game?
Yeah.
Because you're not sitting there going through and fixing ails or status effects.
Not going through items, using potions, bringing them back again, tents and save point. Yeah, you didn't have to mess with any of that. You didn't have to find a save point or... It definitely streamlined quality of life.
Yes. Huge improvement. And I do like that.
Because it's sort of like, well, you're going to do this anyway, so we may as well just take it out.
Speed it up. Right, exactly. I really like that a lot. Like, that was a huge draw. Because, like, when the first time I realized that was the case, I was like, oh, man, this is amazing. It's going to be hard for me to go back to.
Original JRPGs.
Yeah. Which, I find that with every JRPG I play. Because, like, when we played Final Fantasy 1 for the show, it was like, man, whew, yeah, it is tough, like, buying an item one at a time.
Clunky. Yep. Potion. 99 potion.
Right.
Potion.
I don't want to lose count. Yeah. So yeah, I absolutely loved the fact that they heal you at the end of every battle.
Did you also notice that your bench players get XP as well?
Yes.
Yeah. So you don't have to go back through and level up people who you because you don't get to freeform choose your party toward the end. You pretty much always have like Alyssa, who is the main character, and then one or two people that are important to that chapter's story.
Sure.
So just a freeform party. Yeah, it's at the end.
Do you want to talk about the characters since you mentioned Alyssa?
Sure.
And we've mentioned Dave.
So we'll try to talk about them without telling too much about their part in the story.
Yeah, I think we'll try to do that.
Yeah, because Alyssa, who is the main, she's the Cosmic Star Heroine.
Yeah.
Alyssa LaSalle.
She is like essentially if Sephiroth and Eris had a baby and then she grew up in the distant future.
Yep.
That's seriously what she, like the first time I saw her, I was like, Sephiroth and Eris had a baby.
Yep.
This is a weird spinoff.
I do wish that, and it may be there and I just don't know about it, I wish you could change her costume because At one point in the game,
She wears that dress.
She
puts on that party dress.
I
right?
wish that
Yeah.
could be her main costume.
Yeah. Do you not like her character design?
I like her.
design?
The beret. I'm not crazy about. The rest of it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy about the red
yeah.
beret. But I guess she's your water element,
Yeah.
and she's sort of her skills touch a little bit of everything.
And she's the chrono.
Yes.
She's the chrono of this game, very much like mechanically, because near the end of the game, or maybe the mid portion of the game, she gets a shield that gives her a program called Heroine, or the shield it's the Heroine shield, and it gives her the ability to combine attacks with other party members.
Oh, see, I didn't experiment with that at all.
Oh yeah, there are dual techs in this
okay.
game, and
Good. Please tell me about that because I missed that.
and they are awesome. Yeah, or some of them are okay, but most of them are awesome. I think it's a wonderful callback to Chrono Trigger, and it's like one of those things where it's like when I got that shield, it was like, yeah, I'm never switching shields from her again because to me it felt like this is her hallmark shield, and this is like what this character is all about.
Yeah.
Is teaming up with the other characters.
So you just thought she was a Chrono clone?
No, I don't think she's a Chrono
clono?
clone. A clono? I mean, she does speak. So
Yeah.
there is that. She does have dialogue.
The design is very similar though. Like aesthetically, her 16-bit design
Yeah.
does look like they all look like
Oh, yeah.
and I love that
Like
style.
Chrono Trigger
I love that
sprites.
style.
Yeah. And it's like there's even on your ship, the headquarters ship, one of the women at a computer bay is essentially, I mean, when I saw her, I was like, that looks like a palette swap Luca.
yeah, what you're talking about.
So, because like she's wearing she's got the haircut and she's wearing the tech style like headband kind of thing. So yeah, I thought it was nice. It really does look like, I feel like it takes its artistic style from Chrono Trigger,
Yeah.
like leans heavily on that.
And then after Alyssa, the first character you encounter is Khan. Chon.
That I pronounced it Khan.
I said Khan as well.
So this game has a lot of shit in it that I cannot pronounce, which is fun on a Twitch stream because I'm like, how would you guys say this? Chahan?
Chon.
And then they have to spell it out phonetically?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sihan.
Sihan.
She is your. She practices gunmancy.
He's a gunmancer.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really cool concept. Like, no, I'm not going to have guns. I'm going to create them right in front of the person so I don't have to aim and it's going to shoot them in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is 2018. Why don't we have that?
Because it's 2018.
Oh, okay. So dystopian future.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's keep our fingers crossed.
And we do, but you're not at the level of clearance yet.
Fuck.
So-
Yeah.
What do I have to be?
Shit, man, I don't even. I can't even tell you.
Yeah.
It's that secret.
So that's at the Harbor Freight down the road. You stick with your shitty night vision goggles. We got the good guns that appear right down the road.
And I guess she, her element is fire. I guess.
Cons or Johns.
Yeah. We'll just say Con. Con is fire. Because she has fire skills, and then her gunmancy skills. I want to say gunmancy, but it's gunmancy. She's got a very wide variety. I feel like she tends to be, at least I use her more as a healer than anything else. I used Alyssa as support and buffs with some damage dealing, and then Con was my healer.
I didn't use Con much.
Yeah, no, Con was pretty much in my party. Anytime I could have her, I had her.
Yeah, I didn't use her much. Mainly because there were other characters that I liked better.
Yeah.
I kind of played, and this might also be because of the lower difficulty that I played this game on. I kind of just stuck to the characters that I was drawn to. You know, like, oh, I like this character.
Yeah.
Not so much I like this character's abilities. It's like we'll get to we'll get to it.
Like Dave.
Dave, I love Dave.
Dave is the third character you meet. Yeah, Dave is your black mage, essentially.
Yeah. That void shield or whatever. That's
Yep.
dude, I experimented with other. This is the first fucking shield he gets. Later on in the game, I experimented with other shields, and I'm like, no, man, I want that because it's like it gives him a program called like Void Bullet, and then another one that's like Void Blast or something like that. And it's like if you boost him up for like
Dave.
3 rounds, he could like one shot like.
I've looked it up. Dave has the biggest damage output of anyone in the game. I forget. I read a big thing about how you do it. It's involving his null program, which is like one of his final
Null
programs.
is great. Yeah, you get it like level 50 or something like
Yeah,
that.
like if you put vulnerable on somebody and then have Alyssa inspire him, and then there was something else you could do, and then have him boost himself, and then null, and you're doing like you could nearly one shot almost anything, including the final boss.
Oh, it feels amazing. It really does.
So then you just rest and you do it again.
Oh, wow.
So he was one of my favorite characters.
Let's see. After Dave,
Sue?
Sue is the next one you get. You're right, Sue.
Is 100% you in a video game.
And I guess Dave is lightning.
Yeah, right, yeah. And he can hack things.
Uh-huh.
And he's really good against robotic enemies.
Right,
Because
yeah.
he
He can rust them and do
Right,
extra damage.
exactly.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And I love like the character animations, like when he hacks something, when he's hacking a robot. Essentially, there's this animation where he uses a tablet as a weapon, so he's like just looking down, tapping on his tablet, and then all of a sudden you see over an enemy like a blue screen of death appear, and like you
Yep.
get an error message and everything. So it's nice.
It's very cool.
Nice touches.
Yeah, then Sue is your
Monk.
a dwarven monk
He's a monk.
with an earth element.
Yeah.
So he is definitely
He's 100 because he's got counter.
Yep.
He's got man.
He is he's a tank.
Yeah.
But he can also dish out damage.
A lot. His I love his dual tech with Alyssa.
Oh, what is it?
Because like essentially he just does this like Green Lantern uppercut, except like his fist like becomes like emblazoned with not green but like gold energy, and he uppercuts something, and it deals crazy damage. Which I would always save when he's all buffed up, and we haven't really even talked about hyper and stuff like that.
See, I didn't even figure that out for the longest time.
Yeah, hyper's like a limit break.
Yeah, because you have little bubbles beside because you got the screen with your hit points and your character, and then you've got little bubbles that you fill up. And
At the end of every turn, a bubble fills up for a character.
and some people have like skills,
2 bubbles. Some people have 4 bubbles.
and you can also steal bubbles from other characters to add to yours and things like that. But once you hit that last bubble, whatever the next attack is way more powerful.
It's double damage. From what I can see, it's double damage. And not only that, I know we're talking about characters, but there's a style system where
I didn't fuck with style at all either. That's something, and I hope you did, so you can tell me about it.
Yeah, style is really cool because right underneath your character's health or a character's health is a percentage. For most attacks they add to that percentage. There are a few attacks that don't, but typically,
Yeah, most of the assassins attack don't have any style.
right? Like there's an ability called Brutalize, where it's like deals massive damage, generates 0 style. But style is nice, and Sue. We can tie it back to characters. Sue is all about style because the way that I like to use
He wears a
Sue,
suit. It's all about style.
and he has abilities that boost style. The
His ties.
Yeah, he has
His-
ties.
his special
his
items.
dad tie. And
Are
his,
you seriously not going to bring up a boy named Sue?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. But that could be your achievement if you play your cards right.
Yeah.
But Sue is like every character, the higher that percentage is, that style percentage, the more damage they deal. And the more likely their status ailments are to stick to enemies.
Yeah, okay.
So it kind of caps out at like 100%. Like once it's at 100%, for as far as I know, you're at max damage. Like that's the maximum damage that character can deal. It can go higher than 100%, but that only comes into play depending on certain characters. Or there's another mechanic we haven't mentioned yet. When a character is reduced below 0 hit points,
Yep.
they go into something called desperate mode. That eats up style. That only works if they don't have the style. They die. They're knocked out of the combat,
Yeah.
I should say. But if they have style saved up, it automatically uses some of that style and it lets that character live for one more round unless you either heal them up or...
Oh, so you could be
Kill the enemy. You
Negative,
can be
whatever
negative.
your style is.
Yeah, like I had Sue at like
okay.
negative 46 at one point, which is amazing because like once they're in desperate mode, they're dealing extra damage. So it's like it was a situation where Sue was in the negatives, he was hyper, and I used Alyssa's dual tech with him, and it was just like boom. I mean, it was like this amazing attack, and it's like that's part of the fun of the game for me was like figuring out how I can deal the maximum amount of damage in every situation. And they give you a lot of tools to play.
I
with
mean,
it.
enemies do have a ton of health, so it is kind of all about figuring out how to maximize your damage per turn to finish the battle.
Totally. So I'm sorry. Sue, I feel back to Sue. I feel like Sue was great at generating style because, man, his counter ability is great because it works essentially like counter in like Final Fantasy or something where something attacks you. Something when you use counter, it really does nothing as your action. But every time Sue is attacked, he attacks that enemy back.
Because he can what? He can counter and taunt.
Yes, he can
so
counter
like,
and
you're
taunt.
gonna hit me, and then
And every time he counters, he's generating style. So because with every hit, you're gaining style. So it's like I think Sue is like a really cool character to kind of like tinker with to try to like figure out. Like I think he is so versatile because like you said, I mean when you meet him, I feel like he's very much a tank because he can taunt and he's got the earth element.
way more
which
hit
rages,
points. He can buff himself, like to raise his defense really high.
So yeah, Sue A+.
Yeah.
Everyone who popped in the stream was like, "Oh, Sue looks like Tyler," and Dave looks like you, Dave, but with a beard. So what I'm saying is, Zeboyd Games
Erotic fan fiction for Dave and Sue, please.
/fic, Dave and Sue /fic, and you know it exists. So I think Zeboyd Games has been like a long time listener, and they're like, we'll pay tribute to these guys and put them in Cosmic Star Heroine. And we know Dave would grow a beard if he could.
Let's see. And then the pop star,
Lauren,
joins after that, Lauren. I used Lauren for a very long time.
AKA my queen.
Yeah.
Lauren, I love Lauren. Love Lauren.
Because she's your bard.
Yeah.
Essentially.
She's an idol, essentially.
Yeah, she's the one who can steal hyper and increase her own hyper and things like that to achieve maximum hyper threshold very quickly.
Is it really stealing if it's between your own characters, though?
It's borrowing.
You're borrowing.
You don't steal from your friends.
You're right. I'm going to borrow money from you. You're my party, so it's fine.
I'll give it to
I'm
you.
going to take it.
See? It works out.
Yeah.
She's also kind of like she's like a bard thief almost because she does have like ability, like poison abilities. Like that's probably if she had an element, it'd probably be poison.
That's true.
And then she also
I
gets
think
this
about that. Yeah, you're very right.
wonderful thing where when she acts first in battle, she can essentially, she almost always acts first. And she's got an ability where if an enemy has maximum hit points, she deals
A ton of damage. Yeah.
So yeah. She's
gives them disabled status very easily. Just like breaking their weapon.
and she can charm, Ayla style.
Yeah. I like her. I did her buffs a lot to where you regen, party regen, or party harm every round.
All your enemies, yeah.
So I used her until I got someone who was better at doing that.
Would you like to talk about that character now?
Because he might be the next one you get. Or I guess the assassin is technically the next one you get because you have a brief encounter with the assassin.
There are a few. You get Finn.
Yeah, I didn't like Finn.
I don't think anyone likes Finn.
I don't like Finn at
it's like
all.
I didn't like him. Like the moment I didn't need to use him anymore, I didn't. Like as soon as he was not story crucial, it was like bye.
Yeah.
Tank character with a gun with no personality.
Yeah. Although his side quest was pretty damn entertaining, though. I really enjoyed his side quest.
I didn't do the side quests.
Oh man, his side quest was really good.
I'm glad he got something.
I mean, it's not even that it was for him. It was just they were. I mean, this isn't really spoilers, but they treat him like Leon, and they poke a lot of fun at Resident Evil 2.
Oh,
And it was really good.
I thought you were referencing Roseanne.
No, he's Leon. He buys a diner.
Right. He's your boss. You don't really like him, but you grow to like him over time.
Yeah, I only used him when I had to. I wasn't a big fan.
Yeah,
I couldn't really even tell you what all his skills are because I didn't like using him very much.
They're tanky skills. He had an ability that I really like called Hide, where he can like
He's a spoony bard.
yes, he can choose a party member to guarantee they're not going to get hit. So that's nice. Like that's good tanking abilities, but again, maybe this is because the difficulty I played it on. I was all damage all the time, baby. Like, I was all about burn them down before they can do damage. And if they do damage, heal a little bit.
Just a scotch.
Just enough to leave at least one person remaining to kill the enemies.
Yeah. Let's see. Forget the assassin's name. It's something alien.
Zorv.
Zorv. I thought Zorv was pretty badass. He's your barbarian.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, barbarian ninja.
With his ice, he's an ice element.
Yeah. Well, he's shinobi-like. Like, when like, all his stances are, like, arms crossed, like, flowing cape. I mean,
he
it's
has
very, like...
his sort of his code that he abides by.
He reminded me of, and I don't know if this is a coincidence, he reminded me of Yojimbo from Final Fantasy X.
Yep, very apt.
Because
very apt.
He's got an alien. He's an alien, so his head is almost shaped like Yojimbo's, like, straw hat. And that's the first thing I thought of, because
Yeah, you're really right. That's spot on.
Because he's a bounty hunter. He's all about the money. He's in it for the money. He has an ability where he can boost his damage by sacrificing the amount of money you get at the end of combat. So I think he's really cool. I didn't delve into him deeply because he's also got, like, a little bit of, like, Final Fantasy Dark Knight, because
yes.
he has an ability where, like, the lower his hit points are, the more damage he deals with that ability. And some of I feel like they give you the means to lower his hit points, but I don't feel like it's enough, because it's like he can poison himself through the use of some of his abilities.
Yeah, a lot of it is some sort of harm. You're right.
But it's like, unless you're in a battle that's lasting for, like, rounds and rounds, I mean, I don't really see...
It's not going to pull you down fast enough.
Right, yeah,
it's
exactly.
It's not tactically advantageous.
Right. Or, I mean, I guess if you could figure out a way to, like, put taunt on him, so, like, he's kind of acting as, like, a paper tank, you know, just to get his life low.
Instead of a glass cannon.
Exactly. Yeah, Dave's the glass cannon. We've already got one of those.
Yeah. His enrage ability, where you lose control of him and he just mindlessly attacks one enemy with increasing damage.
Yumaro style.
Yep. But a lot of his stuff doesn't generate style. I guess that's sort of his downside.
He's the one with brutalize.
Yeah.
Lauren also has her level 50 ability. We're talking about brutalize. Reminding me of this. Her assassinate ability.
Yeah, and never worked for me. Not even once.
I mean, it worked once for me, kind of, but it was like, oh man, that's the ultimate ability. All right, because does everyone get their last ability at level 50?
Because I don't remember getting any after that.
That's what it felt like for me. And most of them are really good. Like Alyssa's. No, it is Alyssa. Data Storm, where it's like this AoE, like absolute insanity.
Maybe I didn't use that. I think I didn't. I don't think I even chose that because I really liked my loadout I had with her staff abilities, where the one attack that can't kill anybody.
Yes.
But it does a fuck ton of damage.
Pacifist Bash, I think is what it's called. Because
it'll take them down to one.
It'll take them, no matter how much damage she deals, which it's usually massive damage, they won't die. They'll stay at one.
That's really cool.
Someone else will have to clean it up.
And then the one that does a ton of damage if they're under half hit points.
Oh, see, I didn't mess with that one.
Yeah, I did that one a lot too.
In Dave's.
So I would pacifist smash them to get them low and then follow up with that smash once they were under half.
Nice. And we talked about Dave's, which is null.
Null, fuck.
Yeah, which is single target massive damage.
Yep, I kind of rotated him out until I got that, then put him back in and just tore through shit with him. Then there is the bug character.
Saib or Saibi?
I think Saib is what I said in my head.
Who is like, if you want to imagine what he looks like, close your eyes. All right, imagine a praying mantis cosplaying as Kano from Mortal Kombat 1.
So like Zorak?
Like Zorak.
And Moltar.
Well, yeah, right. Yeah, they fusion dance and make Saib.
Yeah, he's a Thrycreen that's a cyborg.
Nice pull on the Thrycreen. I forgot about those guys. But yeah, he's got like half of his face is metal and he's got a red eye.
Look, you're not cool just because you memorized the monster manuals.
Yeah, of course he is.
Oh yeah, you're right. I got that wrong. No. Memorizing monster manuals.
Good thing.
Makes you cool.
Good thing. I get treat.
Because he is also he's pure support.
Yeah, because he's a bard.
Yeah.
Because like I was kind of bummed out when I got him because it's like, oh man, like he's
Like, he
kind of
takes-
like Lauren.
Yeah, he's just a better Lauren. Like I never used Lauren again after
Yeah.
that,
It
except
was-
for like her side stuff. But like I was all about Sybe getting in there, using his pain song or whatever, and just demolishing enemies round by round.
Yeah.
that was like his thing.
He has a cool ability called Devour,
Yeah,
which it's like deals massive damage to an enemy, but if it doesn't kill them, he's stunned for a round.
Yep.
So there are a lot of cool like abilities like that
Yeah.
where it's like, man, there's room here to like kind of play around with like what's the best sequence? How
Yeah.
can we deal the most damage? And
It
that's,
does
he
seem
was-
like from the descriptions you're given, like it's giving you abilities to like take characters to negative, and if they can deal the massive amount of damage and you've got it set up right, you don't have to worry about people dying. You just have to kill the last enemy. So you're using all these aspects of the different characters and their natures in order to provide the best result. Like,
yeah,
you know,
to optimize it.
I've got to play this game more. I only got like
No,
an
it's very
hour
good.
into it, and then I just spent like the entire day watching Let's Plays and reading reviews. But pretty much everything you guys have said is like what they're talking about in the reviews. It's a solid game.
That's why we
Yeah.
got a review copy.
This is- I mean, this is Zeboyd's first real like full length RPG because Cthulhu Saves the World, and Breath of Death are 5-hour games at best. They're just
Yeah.
short little vignettes.
But I mean, that kind of raises the question where it's like, what is a full length RPG? Because this is like, I mean, people were telling me that this game is like, you'll be through with it in 12 hours. And it took me about 18, but I did take my time.
Yeah.
And I did talk to a lot of NPCs and kind of like tried to soak in as much of that stuff as I could. I definitely spent a long time at the 100% not the Millennial Fair. Millennium Fair. I'm sorry. Millennial Fair is a totally different thing. Where it is like, I love it because it's like all of a sudden you go to a festival and you do fight a cat. It's not Gato with metal guts. It's an alien cat. I can't remember
With
who the
8
race.
arms.
Right. And there are tents set up where you can play little games and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's
too.
that quest to find like 4 different items throughout the whole fair to get like a special purse
Right.
for Alyssa.
Yeah, the hero satchel or the heroine satchel,
Yeah,
I
it was-
believe.
I
Or the
used that for
leader
a long
satchel.
time,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think I used it to the very end. There's also that I spent a long time playing the paper, rock, scissors game.
Trying to figure out like, oh, you know, can you beat this?
I probably spent 40 minutes with me like asking Zalnob, who was in Twitch chat, because like he's good at that stuff. And I'm like, hey man, can you do this for me while I check out the rest of the fair? And then yeah, he figured it out.
Yeah.
So great.
Nice. All right.
Worked out great for everybody.
Well, you just there was a pattern to it.
Though it's a logic puzzle.
Yeah, I will pick this for my first one and my third turn, but not for my second and my 8th turn. But if you pick, so
I'll use scissors one less time than I use rock and like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And you have to guess like I think 12 how like what she's gonna choose for like 12 different rounds of paper, rock, scissors. Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like fun, and like I said, if I'd gotten to that point, I probably would have sat there with a notebook to figure it out.
I
but-
pulled up Notepad and it's like I played
pulled up
around
Google.
with it. Yeah, I thought about it. Man,
I
but-
sure that was like, I would enjoy this, but I don't have time. I want
Yeah.
to make sure I play through this game.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, I'm sorry. I got us sidetracked on totally not the Millennium Fair.
Let's see. There, Arit.
Yes. Is that how you? I didn't know how to pronounce her name.
I said mentally said Arit.
Aret.
Aret.
Arete.
Arete. She's your magus, I guess, because she has a little bit of like every element.
And then all of her, she uses drones.
Which I did not understand how to use that
neither.
until the very end,
Me,
and I
same.
felt stupid because I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I could have been using her this whole time much more effectively."
Because it's like I had
She's your Geordie LaForge, by the way. She has a little visor.
the visor on, and she's I think I got her at a time where it's like, you know what? I'm kind of in a groove right now with the characters I've got. And also, I don't understand her abilities. So I'm not going to take the time to learn them. But then later on in the game, you're forced into a situation where you have to use her. And that's when it's like, okay, I guess I better figure this out.
Her one ability where she can impose a weakness on an enemy. That I used the shit out of that.
Yeah. Yeah, it took me a long time to figure out like how her drones worked because like essentially she's two characters. Once I like viewed her as two characters, because like I used her, eventually I ended up using her as support while her drones did all the attacking. So it's like I hooked her up with healing abilities and buffing abilities. And
She has a lot of good elemental offensive abilities too.
yeah, because like all of the drones' attacks are all the elementals, all of their attacks are AoE. They hit all the enemies, so it's really nice because
It's slow. It doesn't hit
It
as
is slow.
often as you do, but yeah.
but it adds up.
Because her
Especially-
final like nuke ability for the drone was really good.
I was a little disappointed.
It's about that time when I learned to use her.
Yeah.
Whenever she had nuke, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, damn.
Yeah. By the time I got to the point in the story where there came a point where I stopped using her, and
Yeah.
at that time I was like, damn it, I kind of wish I could still use her.
Yeah.
So
Yep, I was sad. There's also the dancing robot,
yes, Clark.
Clark,
All right.
who looks like a mechanical Clark Gable.
Here's what I think he looks like. If Colossus had a little brother with a mustache that snuck into Gambit's closet and stole his coat. That's what he looks like.
That's oddly specific.
I had a lot of time to think about it. Because like when you first meet him, I'm like, what is he? He's a robot.
You seem trustworthy. Join our party.
I did not use him much.
I didn't. He has an interesting ability because it's all based on him blowing up.
Yeah,
Like a lot of his
self-destructing.
shit, yeah.
And I didn't want to mess with it. He's nice because it's like he can speed him. He can speed up by using Jitterbug, and I think he's only got 2 hyper bubbles to fill up. So I mean, dude is like constantly in hyper mode,
Yep.
which is cool. But I mean, I'm not all about that. I want like massive damage from everybody, please.
Yeah. So yeah, I could see where he'd be in this people's play styles. I also didn't use him much. I didn't really like him. So as soon as I could kick him, I did.
Yeah.
What else am I missing now?
We got one more. Space Grimace.
Oh, you're right. Space Grimace.
Orson.
The hard-boiled detective.
Oh God, I loved him. I fucking loved Orson.
I didn't expect him. He's the most unexpected character.
Because he's an alien, like an alien. He's part of an alien race that lives, dies, and then their essence becomes fuel for exosuits.
They have Nirvana basically in the center of their planet. So once you die, you can reform and come back. It just takes time.
Which is cool. I thought that was really neat. And I liked pretty much everything about Orson because he is overweight AF.
Yeah.
He's dressed like Raphael leaving the movie theater after watching Critters going, where do they come up with this crap? Which
He's got a 1950s detective style office where he just has his gun.
Yeah.
Because his weapon is a pistol.
He's Space Grimace cosplaying as Humphrey Bogart. Like, I mean, 100%. And he is amazing because he has a whole bunch of elemental abilities. Yes, Zach.
Question.
Yes.
So are they mining their own souls to be used in exosuits, or is somebody else stealing the souls for the fuel?
No, it's like a voluntary thing. Like it's part of their culture.
Okay, that's really weird. I
Well,
just
they're
didn't grasp
aliens,
that
man.
concept.
Yeah,
Like,
and
okay.
I'd like to say culturally sensitive, if you don't mind. I mean, come on, man. Just because someone wants to use their souls to power exosuits.
They do have, in my
right.
opinion, the best planet.
I saw Jeremy Piven in PCU back in the
Bragger.
80s. I'm just saying.
Oh, look
Like,
at
I'm not
Comedy
gonna be-
Central.
With the old logo, with a skyscraper coming off the planet.
Thought it was a radio tower.
I don't know what it was. I think it was a skyscraper with like an antenna on it.
Yeah.
Nah.
The only Klasky Gasupo drawn logo in existence. No, it's not true. They didn't do that, I'm sure. But
What was that called?
what?
You said, never mind.
Klasky Gasupo?
Yeah.
Or Supo? Is the G silent? I don't know.
I don't
I
know
think
either.
it's Kasupo.
I've never heard that word before.
They're the Rugrats people.
Understand.
So, yeah, I know. They probably did the Rugrats logo, too. I'm just being ridiculous.
I just think, when I think of the old Comedy Central logo, I also think of Dr. Katz.
Yes.
Yes.
Those are synonymous for me.
Sunday nights, man. Dr. Katz, Kids in the Hall, something else. Like the Critic was one of those.
Oh God,
Dr. Katz. Oh God, Kids in the Hall, the Critic, and then
Was it Duckman?
Yeah, it was Duckman.
Yeah.
That's the one I remember the least.
I had to stay up late and watch that in my room so my mother wouldn't get angry at me.
Zach, are you watching Duckman again?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking knock it off!
That was worse than The Simpsons, and they had a big problem with The Simpsons.
Yeah, Bart said, "Damn."
Oh, no, I think it was just because they were yellow and they thought,
What?
oh, yeah, yeah.
Wait, we need to hear this story.
So
Or maybe we don't. I don't know how much editing I want to do.
they were yellow and not, like, realistic, I guess. And
You only watch realistic ducks, Zachary.
Okay. When I was
Can we
growing up,
remake Duckman? Can we kickstart? Can we go fund me? We're gonna remake Duckman with real ducks.
I mean, this was at a time back in the 80s whenever I got Blue Chips on VHS, but she ordered it from a special place which cut out the curse words and any side boob.
A special place.
Yeah, I don't know. It's some Christian
Well,
order store. Like it was a thing you could get.
It was probably Melissa's dad since he cut the boobs out of Titanic.
That was impressive, by the way, with no tracking errors. That's
Yep.
But no, that you could order any like bad movie, quote unquote, that said "fuck," "damn,"
By that you
shit.
mean evil.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. Someone made money doing that. Isn't that weird?
Oh, they probably
It's like-
still would.
It's like,
Only here in the Bible Belt, though,
I'm gonna take art
and I'm gonna ruin it.
and then I'll ruin it for everybody.
I don't know, what do I call it? Christianize it.
Right? Hey, do you think that's okay? It's in the name of God. Good enough for me.
Fair enough.
Have fun in Benton, Kentucky.
I mean, in all fairness, the worst things have been done in the name of God, I think.
Focus
No,
on the family.
no, never.
I was talking about Noah's Ark 3D.
Oh, okay. All right.
It was focused
The
on the
Creation
family.
Museum.
Focus on the
Focus on the
family.
family.
Yeah, that's who was doing it. It finally came to me in a dream.
Orson. Back to Orson.
It's a very apt name, too.
Yeah. I liked doing Patton Oswalt's double chin voice anytime. I loved reading his dialogue.
name is Orson. I'll defend you. I bought the bauble for Belinda's birthday. I'm going to lock myself in the bathroom with a bread bowl full of noodles. No matter what you hear, do not open the door.
So that's 100% what he reminded me of. I'm glad that we're bringing up Patton Oswalt in voices because there's no voice acting in this game, which I know I was reading people complaining about online.
I liked it.
I liked it too.
Yep. You
I
just read and move on.
Yep. I would rather have no voice acting than partial voice acting or even full voice acting that's not like good voice acting.
You could do the Final Fantasy X thing where Titus can start to say something, you just press X, move on. Can't.
Yeah.
Oh,
But gotta hear that laugh though.
Do you think that's because you think it's because it's nostalgia? Like that's what we grew up with. We had to read.
I think it's convenient. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because voice acting is expensive, you know? So
Yep.
I feel like it kind of serves that purpose as well. But I mean, I think it also probably saved money unless
Yep.
people are volunteering.
I miss being able to name characters whatever you wanted.
Yeah, you
because there's
couldn't
no
do
voice
that in this
acting.
game.
Yeah.
You could, you couldn't do it in this game, but
But yeah,
I
because of
just
voice
miss
acting.
that being able to do that. Yeah, voice acting got rid of that.
Unless they never use your name or your last name, like
Oh,
Mass
yeah.
Effect style.
You're right,
Shepard. Yeah.
Or Fallout 4, where they just put in 50 names that they will actually say.
Yeah, I know. That is a nice touch on Fallout 4. Yeah.
Well, that's it for the characters.
Who was your favorite character?
Ooh, that's hard to say. Probably either Cybe or Khan. I really enjoy both of them.
Their abilities or did
Their
you like
ability,
their character
I
arcs?
like Cybe's that his whole race is
Yeah.
what they did
Yeah,
and like they
that
were
is really cool.
Yeah.
That's cool world building. Like I feel like
because he was the first like fucking alien you get.
with a personality.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I feel like you meet Zorv earlier on, but like his personality is like so Shadow from Final Fantasy VI, where it's just kind of like, it hinged, like all of his personalities hinge on mystery and greed.
Yeah.
Which I mean is fine, but it's like it's nice to like all the other characters. Honestly, I feel like Khan's kind of an exception. I don't really like Khan because I don't really feel like I got to know her.
Yeah.
All the other characters, I feel like, except for maybe Clark. I mean, I like the characters that were kind of fleshed out.
Clark likes to dance.
Like, yeah, that's it. You found him in prison and he likes to dance.
Yeah.
It's like you find him in a robot prison, which I would like to point out is a little weird. You could just deactivate him, right? Save some real estate.
I like that
Turn that into a meth lab or something.
Well, prisons in this game are also just like open door prisons where you can walk in and out. They just can't leave.
Well, that was visiting hours in that one prison because I had that same thought. I was like, are the doors open? Really?
Yeah, because I guess, they just have whatever bracelet or anklet or something like that on. They can't pass through without getting
Explosive
electrocuted.
collars.
Yeah.
I really like, my favorite character was Lauren because she is an absolute smoke show. Sorry. As far as like the level of attractiveness and characters in this game, she gets that award.
She does.
100%.
I agree with you.
Also, she's a cool singer.
Yeah, she gets her own cutscene solo.
And their music, I felt like I like the music.
Yep.
So it's like one of those things where it's like, all right. Even to the point where my final party, I included her, even though I was like, man, I really would rather have someone else in here who's like better. But I definitely want to have Dave and Lauren in the final party. So sorry, Orson. I really love you, dude.
Yeah.
But like you got, and I during the last boss fight, I was like, fuck, I wish I had Orson. Damn it. What did your final party look like? Because like at the very end, you kind of like get to choose like the 4 that you're taking, and I guess the 3 that you're taking because Alyssa's like locked in.
Yeah. So it was Alyssa, Saib, my wife. Oh, Alyssa, Saib, Khan, and Dave.
Yep. I had Sue, Lauren, Alyssa, and Dave.
Yep.
Man, Sue's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, Sue's so good. Mm-hmm.
Sue's the hard choice for me. So
yeah, and I love Orson too.
That'll be spoilers. I'm gonna shut my mouth. But the Suikoden element in this game is
forgot about that.
Once you get your final base, your base of operations, then you can start going around recruiting characters. And you have your recruit person who doesn't actually fight in battle. Basically you have an NPC with you, and they have some sort of special effect.
Yeah.
So you start out with like 4 people, and then you can go around and meet certain conditions and recruit more and more people.
And you did a lot of that, right?
Yeah, I got everybody.
How many are there? Do you know? Like, I know that's a really specific question to ask you, but like roundabout
15.
Okay. I think I ended up with like 5
15
or 6.
to 20 or something like that.
Because I found like a girl sitting outside of a city that gives you like +5 to all stats or something. And I was like, good enough. Moving on.
Did you get Vendor?
I did not get Vendor. What does Vendor do?
The vending machine.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah, okay. The one that from your headquarters?
Yeah, the broken one who gets shuffled away somewhere. And then you find it later and it's like, there's a vending machine here that wasn't here before. It seems like it wants something from you. You buy something from it. It's like, Vendor is very pleased at your purchase. And then he's in your equipable people. And he makes like items do 25% more.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
You saying that made me think of, I wish Vendor's flavor text was, welcome to the circus of value. That's the other thing I love about this game is like the writing is so good because it's like almost everything has flavor text where it's like if you highlight an enemy, it'll tell you its name. It'll tell you its weaknesses. So you don't have to use like Libra or some kind of like divining ability to like figure out what its weaknesses are. The game just tells you. It's like, this is what it's weak against. Fucking lightning. Get on with your life. You know what I mean? It's like you don't have to spend a fucking round casting a spell that you always have on hand because you got to use it to know the weaknesses.
Yeah.
But like not only that, below all that information, it usually has a line of flavor text, which is like typically pretty funny until you get like near the end of the game where it starts to get not funny. It gets very matter of fact, which I think is like a really cool design element because it's like, oh shit, they're not like joking around anymore. Like the story got serious. Like the stakes are high now and we're not fucking around with flavor text anymore. So I think that's really, really neat.
I end up, there's an optional laboratory you can go in and retrieve this guy's special research and gives you like 10% more XP per battle.
Yeah,
I used
got
him most of the time.
I found him on accident because I stumbled upon that side quest because I just went into a building that I thought I was supposed to go into for the next story point. Got all the way through it, and I was like, side quest. Oh, well. welcome aboard, research paper dude.
Which was, besides him, I used the cat. You can go back and recruit that cat that you fought at the fair.
Oh, man. Bummer. Can you recruit? I've got a question. This is a major deal. Mm-hmm. Can you recruit Swain, the dancing alien?
Yep.
Yeah, I figured he was probably recruitable.
Yep.
And then there's also, at some point in like the Old West town, I talked to a guy who's like I only talk to bounty hunters or something like that. Yep. Okay, I figured. I was like, if I come back here with Zorv, I bet I can recruit him.
That's exactly how you do it.
And then it was 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, I'd like to finish this game, so I'm not going to do that.
There was something that it frustrated me in the western town because you go up to the casino, you go up to the top floor, and if you go where that other bounty hunter is, you exit, and on the roof you see a dragon flying.
Yeah. And a cat, and one of the green cat aliens.
Yeah, no idea what that's for.
Yeah, I can't get to
talk
him.
to them.
Yeah.
Nope, no clue. Couldn't find it anywhere. I have no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea. Damn. I'm glad you brought it up because I meant to ask you about that. The Old West town, I hated.
Yeah.
And I hated it because I didn't like the design because I had no idea. It's like, really, honestly, I felt like it's the first city you go into that is more than one screen. So it's like
pretty big.
They're telling me to go to places, and it's like, well, I looked at the map on the terminal, and they do not have a general store here because they only show you, like the terminal only shows you what's on that screen.
Yep.
So, and it's at a point in the story where they're also wanting you to go to a different city. So I was like, I bet it's in that other city. I bet the general store is in that second city.
And the clothing robot.
Right. Yes. And so I go to that second city, and they're like, get out. So then I wander around. This might be why this chapter took a long time. Then I wander around looking like, where's the robot that's supposed to give me the suit?
Yep.
Or the dress, rather. I don't know. And then I realized, cities have multiple screens that you have to like exit from one to go to the other.
I mean, that city reminded me a lot of 2300 AD in Chrono Trigger in that it's got multiple cities you can walk to and this big expansive thing full of weird monsters because you have to walk their subway tunnels because their subway isn't working.
Right, yeah. The town itself reminded me of Trigun.
Okay.
Just because it's like desert town. I mean, it's like cyberpunk cowboy kind of like feel. So maybe a little more science fiction than Trigun. But
Wild West with machine guns and a little bit of technology.
Yeah, pretty much.
So exactly like Trigun.
Well, I mean, and aliens and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's definitely that sci-fi element that like permeates this game, and it's like very important for this game. I think.
Absolutely.
They never lose that, and I think that's great.
So like Shadowrunner?
Like Shadowrun. Yeah, kind of like Shadowrun. I mean, they're like elements from a lot of like dystopian future style settings and stuff. So yeah.
I was wondering why you guys didn't mention that earlier.
Because the first city is very like Shadowrun-ish.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. And I mean, all like Dave's like being a technomancer and stuff. Like, I mean, Dave is probably the most Shadowrun-y character.
Did you do his side quest?
No, I didn't. And I didn't do any of the side quests because, again, it's not because I didn't want to do them. I did want to do them, but I thought it was more important to finish the game. So so I could have like a rounded experience. But, I felt really bad too because I really liked Sue. Mm-hmm. And like, I'm about to start a mission and it's like, well, let's talk to Sue real quick because he's right here, right next to the control panel where I choose what planet to go to. And he's like, Alyssa, I hate to ask you this, but my son is locked away in prison. I'd really appreciate it if we could help him. And I'm like, oh man, that's a real big bummer for you, but I have got to get to this fucking planet.
that battle was the first one I lost.
Oh, really?
Because like I think Sue's quest was added on, like that was the last thing added on in like the Switch release or something. It wasn't an original quest that was later updated after the fact. So that was the boss you fight is like this giant pit, like with teeth. It's a fucked up monster that was very difficult whenever I tried it.
Sarlacc.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Oh yeah, you're not a Star Wars guy. I always forget that.
But all right, that's all I have to say. That's not spoilery.
Yeah. Do you want to get it? I mean, how do you feel? How do you feel? Do you want to get into the story and all that?
I mean, we're running pretty late, so we could just say, hey, pretty spoiler free.
Yeah.
Talk about Cosmic Star Heroine.
I mean, I'm good with that because I mean, honestly, I feel like out of everything we've said, I honestly feel like anyone listening to this will know if this is their jam or not.
Yeah.
I mean, and if it's your jam. And if you made it this far, it probably is. I don't want to risk spoiling anything.
That's
for
true.
you.
Yeah, if 16-bit era RPGs were something you enjoyed, play this game.
Absolutely. If you liked Chrono Trigger and no other RPGs, I still say play this game.
Yep.
I feel like it's that heavily influenced by Chrono Trigger. And also, it's like the story is so short that I mean, like, there's no way to talk about the story without spoiling things here and there. I mean, there's twists and turns, I feel like, the whole way. There are surprises the whole way.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, I totally recommend you check it out, and it has absolutely nothing to do with our gift review copy of the game.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It's also like $15. It is not an expensive game.
Yeah, but it's worth that.
I feel like it's priced right because I'll be honest with you, if this were a $30 game, it'd be a tough sell for me. I think I would still enjoy it, but it would be tough for me to like, do I really want to spend $30? That kind of thing. Or do I want to wait for it to go on sale? I did encounter, I did soft lock it at one point, which sucked.
That happened to me once too.
So, I mean, it didn't happen a lot. And at one point, I did have a graphical glitch with the menu system, which was easily fixed. I just closed out of it, reopened it, and it was fixed. But the soft lock did kind of suck, even though it picked up right where I left. But it scared me.
It scared me because I hadn't purposely saved in a while.
Sure.
But yeah, also same thing for me. I didn't really lose anything.
I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm curious, where did it soft lock for you?
It was right after I got Zorv.
Okay.
For the final time.
I gotcha. I was curious if it was the same moment. It wasn't. For me, it was super scary because it was the last chapter. And it was one of those where it's like I had just saved, but I didn't know if like it had fucked up so bad that it was going to get rid of my save or something like that. So
I guess now that I say that, I feel like Zorv is he's very much like Shadow in Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah, absolutely.
In that, spoil, I'll stop.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, there are parallels there
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, that 100%.
Okay. I think we're good. I think we should stop there then.
All right.
There you go.
All right. Check it out if you're into old school JRPGs. One question before I know we said we're done a billion fucking times. Do you feel like this is a game that someone who is not into JRPGs should check out, or is this something that is very much for a person who like 1990s JRPGs?
I feel like a modern gamer might have trouble with it.
Okay, I kind of agree.
It would feel very retro trying to go back.
It doesn't feel like it was. It feels like it was crafted for people who grew up playing Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy IV, Chrono Trigger, Suikoden, that kind of stuff. Yep. I'm curious, like what the appeal is outside of that. You know, like I mean, if you're used to playing, like if you don't like JRPGs, you might still enjoy this game, but you might be better.
But it's not going to hit that sweet spot for something you've missed for a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. So. And it had some achievements.
Mine didn't.
Yeah, the Switch copy. I know the Steam copy has achievements.
Yeah. So I'm assuming by your tone of voice and you,
I don't have any.
You do not have achievements
because it had them on the Steam, so I didn't.
Zach, do you have any achievements?
I made it an hour into the game. I definitely didn't have achievements.
But you 100% said one. You said the title of one earlier.
Yeah, it's because, Johnny Cash and songs and...
A Boy Named Sue?
Yes. That's one of
So how do you unlock a boy named Sue, Zach?
Okay, a boy named Sue. That means you complete Sue's side quest.
Hey, because it's Sue's
Perfect.
boy. It's perfect.
Oh, God. I'm trying to think of how the end of the song goes. It's, what are you going to call your son then? Call him Billy
Bill
or Jim or anything but Sue.
I think Melissa's in here. Melissa, come sing it for us.
Yeah, there we go. That reminds me of this is a total fucking thing that no one. I don't even know why I'm bringing this up. A great meme of a castle being like guys guarding a gate at a castle, and it's like, who is it? Country music. Shut the gate. Oh, it's Johnny Cash. Open the gate a little bit.
What was that comic? I remember watching that comic like, who's there? It's girls, open the gate. Oh, no, fuck. It ended up like, it's traps. Open the gate a little bit.
Oh, fuck.
I've got a few achievements that came in from Twitch chat.
Yeah.
This is the good stuff. First achievement we got comes from Zalnop, who I mentioned earlier, who helped me with that rock, paper, scissors logic puzzle. His achievement is 0.01% API. And in order to unlock 0.01% API, you need to build a credit rating of over 9,000 because all the money is credits.
Yeah.
So, also, if you should check out Zalnop on Twitch. He streams a whole bunch of like Final Fantasy randomized races, and it's like there's a pretty cool community surrounding that. And I have learned that I can never do anything like that ever. Like I don't know any game that well where it's like, all right, now switch everything around, and I'll try to do it really fast. Next achievement I got is coming from Faceful of Alien Wing Wong, Spit or Swallow. In order to unlock Spit or Swallow using the Kano bug, Sybe, swallow a ghost, like Demi Moore swallowed Patrick Swayze.
That just ruined that movie for me.
I've never seen it. Is that not a thing that happens in the movie?
Yeah. She traps him in a clay pot and then swallows them.
Yeah. It's like what is that? My Weird Habit or something. What's the name of that show where like kids?
My Strange Addiction.
My Strange Addiction. My Weird Habit is the knockoff version where we replace humans with live ducks. We're calling it Duckman. Duckman 2.
My Weird Habit.
You remember the time?
What do you do? I wipe my ass with socks. My Weird Habit.
I'm chemically dependent on wiping my ass with socks. Do you remember that episode of My Weird Habit where the George Costanza duck ate that giant legs of that other duck?
Or whenever you go through a yellow light, you had to reach up and touch the roof and then lick it.
What do you lick? The roof?
I mean, there are a few things that you could lick, Dave.
What did you lick, I guess is my question.
The roof.
The roof?
Jacob kisses his fist and hits his sun visor twice.
Yeah.
There's a name for that.
There's there is?
Well, yeah,
I don't know. I've just done it ever since I was 16.
Habit.
Yeah. My Weird Habit. All right, now let's figure out how we can film this with ducks.
Well, ducks really don't have fists, so
I know it's going to be a challenge, but we got to think our way through this puzzle, dog. Next achievement. I know I've mentioned Faceful of Alien Wing Bong before, and he's sent us stuff before. He also streams on Twitch, so definitely give him a follow if you get a chance. Next achievement comes from Sandwich Pope Phil. Nothing can kill the grimace. And when he said it in chat, I was like, yep, it's in. It's a Clerks the Animated Series reference. It's 100% in. So in order to unlock Nothing Can Kill the Grimace, you need to never let Orson drop to 0 health. And I've got one more achievement. I usually do 3, but I'm greedy. I wanted to get this one in.
I'll give you one of mine.
Susu Studio. Susu Studio. In order to unlock Susu Studio, you max out. You get Sue's style to 300%.
Pretty good.
And it unlocks.
What's that a reference to, Dave?
A song it's not a country song.
No, it's not.
It's a Phil Collins song
Yes, it
called
is.
Susu Studio.
I don't know. I've heard it said a bunch of different ways, but yeah.
I don't know.
At least you knew it was Phil Collins. I'm really happy about
it's
that.
It's in American Psycho.
What's an American Psycho?
I think, doesn't he talk about Susu Studio?
Yes, he does.
Does he really? It's been a long time since I've seen it.
I watched it for the first time like 2 years ago.
Wow. All right. What'd you think?
It was very disturbing until I got to the end and I was like, he might just be dreaming this entire thing. Like, that's how he gets through his monotonous job, by playing out these horrible murder scenes so he doesn't actually kill the people that he's working with.
Is that how you justified it? Is
Yes.
that how you justified liking it so much?
Yes. I was like, no, it wasn't a murderous rampage. It was just him getting through his day.
It was all in his head. He was killed by Adia, by that icicle she shot through his heart. Oh, I'm sorry. I always get Final Fantasy VIII mixed up with American Psycho.
Never played Final Fantasy VIII.
No one likes it but me. So there we go. That's all you need to know. It's not great, but I still like it. It is not Final Fantasy great. It is Final Fantasy VIII.
Nice.
Gets a lot of Final
Nice.
Fantasy hate.
That was
All right, good night.
That was a dad joke, Dave.
Good night. That was a Taylor Swift song. Yeah. All right. That's all.
Called Squealing on Squall.
Wheeling on Squall. I think it's a
By Taylor
hee-haw. I
Swift.
think it's a hee-haw song. Squall Squealers. That's the name of our band right there.
All right,
We cosplay
done.
as Squall at every concert. That's all I got. That's all the achievements I got.
All right.
I think that's all I got to say about the game.
Okay.
Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
how much do you think this game is on price charting?
A physical copy?
I have no idea. Whatever you want. You're not going to win the prize. So it doesn't
Does
matter.
say
I
no.
reserve. Yeah.
$15.
Yeah, there we go. Around $15. Sorry, Tyler. Actual retail value is $14.99.
Damn,
So
I was
almost
going to
had
say
it.
20.
So
had it.
close. Let me put 20 on it.
I haven't heard that in a long time.
I got 20 on it. I got 5 on it. I guess we're done. Goodbye, everybody.
All right. See ya.
We have a quiz.
Yeah.
Would you like to take that?
Okay. Yeah.
From Quizmaster Bovine Bear Matt Cowan.
Fuck yeah.
But before we do that, Tyler,
Mm-hmm.
I have some important questions for you, which Zach reminded me to do via pantomime. If you were to give this
I thought you were
game,
just being cheeky.
that's how he flirts with me. Tyler, if you were to give this game a duck that sums up how you feel about it,
Damn.
what kind of duck would it be? And why is it Darkwing Duck?
Oh, I should have.
If you were to give this game a beard,
If I gave it a duck, it would be the dystopian future Darkwing Duck who goes all Judge Dredd.
yeah. And then everyone loved him so much that they worked him into the real timeline.
Did that really happen later on in the series?
I don't know.
Oh, that would have been amazing.
Because as evidenced on our Darkwing Duck episode, I actually know jack shit about Darkwing Duck. His
They made a reference to him on DuckTales.
yeah, I heard that in the reboot of DuckTales, which I kind of fell off watching, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just because it was difficult to acquire. Was it okay? All the diehard Darkwing Duck fans out there are gonna hate me right now, but what
The
was
Duck Hards.
the Duck Hards? Yeah, I got my duck all hard. His nemesis was it Negaduck?
Negaduck. Yeah.
Negaduck. He's not the one from the dystopian future.
No.
He's like, but like, wasn't his arc like? I felt like
He's from like an opposite world.
right. Okay,
Yeah.
so he is from like another dimension.
Yeah.
I feel like at some point I heard that like he like was supposed to be just like one and done, and then there was such a good response to him
I can see
they
that.
brought him back. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
That might have been something I heard on.
Because he was like yellow and red instead of purple and
right.
black. And
yeah. So I don't know. But anyway, what kind of beard would you give this game, Tyler?
I would give this the fluffy blue beard
Oh.
of Grizz from Phantasy Star 4.
All right.
Grizz is like the blue bird character with the big axe.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it.
I don't think
Yeah.
Link was playing that one on the couch whenever I was hanging
No.
out back in college.
Nope.
Grizz, okay. Grizz, the owl bear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Woo. Man, I had to reach way back for that. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
if you were to give this game a pair of glasses, that sums up how you feel about it. What kind of glasses would you give it?
I had to give this the stylish spectacles of Freed Yamamoto from Suikoden 2.
Ah.
It's the only Suikoden character I could find that had glasses.
I've never played Suikoden 2.
Suikoden 2, I think, is one of the best JRPGs ever fucking made. I think it is 100% masterpiece.
I want to play them all. Yeah, I do. I want to play them all.
I mean, one I love, but I think one has its issues. 3, I think, was good. 3 has its issues. I think 2 is just that perfect. Man, it is just like, it's so fucking fantastic.
Cool.
Let's take that quiz.
You want to take a quiz?
Yeah.
All right. Quizmaster Bovine Bear has, I'm assuming, 10 questions prepared for us.
As long as it's not as hard as the last quiz I heard you guys take.
When he sent me this quiz today, my message back was, Dude, if you would have sent a second skateboard quiz, I would have laughed my ass off. And he said, I thought about it.
The last one I heard was the anal quiz.
The anal quiz?
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
It was for Donkey Kong 3.
That might have been one of the first ones that he did for us.
No. He's been doing them for like 5 episodes before that, but
Thanks, Matt.
no, this one was like...
It's not you, it's me. I literally remember nothing that we do on the show.
Yep.
What was a male prostitute called according to Urban Dictionary?
Oh, right. That one that I don't remember the answer of.
Yeah.
Donkey.
Donkey.
Oh, okay. No, you're talking about
From
okay.
Shrek.
Yep.
Yeah.
I hear they're rebooting Shrek. Is that a real thing?
I don't
yeah,
know.
all the girls are very upset by it.
Oh, upset about
Yeah,
it?
they don't think it should happen. Like, Artsy AJ went on a big tangent for like 15 minutes with the other day about how ridiculous it was.
I hear they're getting like all the original voice actors back too. Like,
why would you
How
do
was that
that?
really
Are
a
you just-
reboot?
right?
Are you just
Exactly.
trying to capitalize on its still crashing wave? Or
I don't know, but I think the title of the movie should be not just for home release anymore. Shrek. Shrek's back.
On the material plane.
Material plane. Everybody who's in our D&D group in college will appreciate that one.
We've explained it once, like 150 episodes ago.
Since we're talking about movies, and I want to just torture the fact that we're about to take a quiz, what do y'all think about that Sherlock Holmes Pikachu movie? What do you think about that?
Well, Ryan Reynolds is Sherlock
is-
Pikachu.
Yeah. I saw a little bit of the trailer today.
Yeah, furry Deadpool.
I'll wait for home video.
Hey, he's got to do something to finance the next one, so it's totally fine.
He's doing those Toon Blast commercials.
He's doing Toon Blast commercial.
Oh,
yeah. Fucking god damn it! We just gave free advertising to Toon Blast. Don't play Toon Blast.
Why?
I don't know, man. I just
That
think
is the
they're-
most frequent ad I get during
Yeah,
Empires and
same.
Puzzles.
That's why it's
I
fucking
keep on
annoying.
thinking like maybe I'll.
I can't wipe my ass.
But it
without-
has 5 stars, though.
I can't wipe my ass with a sock without hearing about fucking Toon Blast.
Do you go camping a lot? Why are you pulling out these
It's
socks?
my weird habit.
Do you wear the
My
Do you wear the
therapist
socks
says
after?
that I should do it as long as I feel comfortable.
Do you put the socks back on after you wipe your ass with them?
No, I'm not a monster.
Don't be gross. Zach.
Jesus Christ.
I'm the weird fucker here. Okay.
Yeah. Stop wiping your ass with Capri Sun bags. I bet there's someone out there who's had a colostomy bag that was like just like hillbilly doctor, where it's like, ah, shit. I do have this Capri Sun.
Oh, shit.
I'm about to colostomize this motherfucking bag. All right. Heroine's quiz from Matt. Oh, which also reminds me, I know we're done with the review part of the episode.
We're never taking this quiz, are we?
No, never.
He didn't actually send us one.
Yeah, this has been a ruse.
Oh,
He sent me a link to a quote unquote quiz, and I didn't bother to quote check it out unquote before now, and actually it's just a link to a bunch of pornography that is not going to translate well into audio format. So yeah, I'm just going to keep talking for as long as I possibly can. I know we're done with the review section of the game Cosmic Star Heroine, but my biggest complaint about the game is the name of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do not like saying the word heroin because everyone assumes that I'm talking about the opioid.
That's some really good, it's like really good heroin, but this shit's Cosmic
Star.
When you
It'll
told
fucking
me about
send you
this
to
game-
space.
I was like, is this another acid simulator? And then I started looking into the game. I was like, oh no, I thought it was going to be some psychedelic fucking romp through imaginary land.
LSD
Yeah.
Dream Emulator.
I don't think the name is indicative of the game, which, I mean, I don't know if they were trying to like let everybody know that this game has like a strong female protagonist, which I applaud. I like that. And I like Alyssa. I like the character. But like, man, the word heroin, like, just first of all sounds like the drug.
Yep.
And second of all, like, reminds me of like the term like, you know, Tina Fey is my favorite comedian. You know, like, that's just like not a word
see,
that
but
we use anymore.
I
Comedian.
I loved playing this game, so it was like I was taking
Right.
Cosmic Star Heroine.
Chasing that dragon. Sure. But I don't know. If that's my biggest criticism about the game. No,
That's
I feel
pretty
like
fucking
we're doing
good.
Pretty good. All right. Heroine's quiz from Matt. This is a Dave-style quiz. So I will be reading a sentence, and we'll have to come up with the answer. The clues span TV, movies, video games, and comics.
I am on it.
Shall we begin?
Yes.
This is actually a Turing test. We're going to find out which one of us here is
Zach's a synth.
Yeah. First statement. They call her the first lady of fighting games.
Chun-Li.
Would be my guess, but I do not know. You said that with confidence.
Yeah, you got Chun-Li.
Chun-Li, I'm good with that. Do you mean the Nicki Minaj song?
There's a Nicki Minaj song
Called
called
Chun-Li.
A link in the show notes at tadpog.com. Yep.
Didn't know that, but I'd have to say Chun-Li as well.
So I'm trying to think of any other famous.
It's not Sonya.
I was thinking King of Fighters.
Sonya Blade
and-
is the.
Both our
yeah,
dads
I gotta
love
get
Sonya Blade, but it
Yeah.
can't be Sonya Blade.
Yeah, it's got to be Street Fighter.
I would say, assume, yeah.
Chun-Li or Cammy.
Not Cammy.
Chun-Li
Cammy
came,
after.
way first.
Yeah. Chun-Li, let's go. Let's lock it
way
in.
first. Not just a little bit first. Way first.
Way first. Chun-Li.
Yay!
So far, perfect. The most
Perfect.
Dab, the most powerful mutant with the most boring name. The
Morph?
most
Gene.
Oh God, those are both really good answers.
What'd you say, Zach?
Morph.
Morph
is
male.
technically the most powerful mutant. I mean, it's not
Oh,
male. It's
and it is a
heroines.
heroine.
Nice.
You remembered the theme, Tyler. Good job. But is Gene really a boring name? I mean, like, so is Gene any more boring than the name Scott? Sorry
But
to any Genes and
Scott's a
Scott.
dude.
But Scott's a dude, but I mean that has nothing to do with the fact that it's the most boring
Well,
name.
Jean Grey isn't a code name like everyone else has. It's just, oh, it's Jean Grey.
That's probably the angle.
So,
You're
yeah,
right.
Not Storm, not Cyclops. Everybody else has code names. It's
Right.
just her name.
Logic the shit out of that.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
good.
It.
You'd be really good at that paper,
let's
rock,
see.
scissors if you didn't look it up online.
That's true.
Lock it in, Jean Grey.
Jean
Yeah.
Grey.
Nice. You don't even need me. I'll just wait
I
till it
always
gets to a
need you,
movie.
There you go.
Next statement. Pink hair, sequel of a sequel of a sequel. All right, Zach, go. It's your time to shine. Pink hair, sequel of a sequel of a sequel.
So it'd be the fourth movie? Or fourth in a series, pink hair.
Josie and the Pussycats, do they have pink hair?
I have a question.
I was thinking Jam, but
Jam.
I have a question that's going to like really make me look totally less cool than I already look. I've never seen any of those Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest movies.
Girl with the dragon tattoo.
Yeah, there you go. See, I don't even know the name of the fucking... Does she have pink hair? Because there are a bunch of
No,
those
she
movies.
doesn't.
Black
All right,
hair.
all right.
Black hair.
Okay, all right. She's a heroine.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I hear. I don't know. I haven't read any of those books.
I read all three of them. They're very good.
I didn't check any of them out from my local Hornet's Nest.
pink hair though. Like
I think you're right. Jam. They did a movie
Gem?
recently.
yeah,
Gem.
but I mean, yeah, Gem.
Gem.
Yeah, Nikki was really excited about it because
Yeah,
that would.
I know because I
But
corrected
that's the
Tyler
only
from
thing-
Jam to Jim. I know what it fucking is.
I'm thinking Parks and Rec. Jam.
Tyler's fucking.
You got jammed.
I don't. What's the sequel of a sequel of a sequel? Are there 4 Jim movies?
No, there was only one Gem.
I mean,
mo-
there've
well,
been like the cartoon.
there were the
there've
cartoon
been-
movies.
Let's come back to it.
Okay.
I feel like
Okay.
this is one that we can get.
Sakura?
We'll pass. Sakura from Naruto.
Yeah.
I don't know where the sequel of a sequel of a sequel. would come
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't either.
All right. Okay. Next one. Next statement. Spin-off of Hercules. All together now.
Xena Warrior
Xena.
Princess.
Xena,
Yep.
Warrior Princess.
Aeolus.
Xena, we got it.
Lucy Lawless.
Phew, we needed that.
Wasn't she great as a dominatrix in Eurotrip?
I haven't seen
Oh,
Eurotrip.
I don't even remember that. It's been such a long time since I've seen that.
Rewatch it. It's really good.
She's really good in Battlestar Galactica.
I didn't know she was in that either.
Mm-hmm.
And Ash versus the Evil Dead.
Which I still haven't
Forgot
seen.
about
Season,
that.
still haven't seen season 2.
Oh, get off your ass.
Because I heard it's so good. I wish,
is.
I wish Netflix would pick it up and
And
bring it back.
I think
It
I
ends.
think it's on either Hulu or Amazon Prime.
It's on Netflix right now.
So I wish they would pick up production and keep going.
Oh, yeah,
I gotcha,
absolutely.
I gotcha.
Just
Because
fucking, it's on Stars.
season 2 ends and you're like, oh, I want more. I need more. And you're like, it's never going to
Yeah, because Bruce Campbell said like he's done with Ash forever now.
Yeah, he said, fuck it, since they want to screw him over.
Next statement.
Sad day.
Member of the Special Tactics and Rescue Service.
Jill Valentine.
I'm a member of Stars.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're
Jill
right.
Valentine.
Claire. Ada Wong.
Next statement. When the Belmonts are nowhere to be found, you can call her for the job. Maria?
No, it's going to be another vampire hunter.
Maria?
Maria or the girl from Order of Ecclesia.
Oh, I was thinking like another series of vampire hunters. Like,
Oh,
not
like a
necessarily-
different game?
Yeah, like
okay.
when the Belmonts aren't around. Mm-hmm. But
Who's another famous vampire hunter?
Blood Rain, I don't know.
Blood Rain.
Oof. All right.
That could be it.
Could be. I think specifically because he said Belmont. I think it's a Castlevania thing.
I think it'd
Maria's going to
I
be the
think it'd
closest thing.
Maria then.
Or Sypha.
Yeah, well, yeah. This could go a lot of different
We have a
ways.
few different options here. So maybe there are so many Castlevania options that it is Blood Rain? I don't know. What do you guys think?
If we're going to go the Castlevania route, I say Maria.
I also say I think it's Maria. Maria? All right. Let's lock it in. God, man. Shanoa
Oh,
from
Order of Ecclesia.
Castlevania, Order of Ecclesia?
Oh, is it Ecclesia?
I
But
don't
you're
know what
probably
it is.
right.
I don't know.
So Maria is just as acceptable. Maria's better at vampire hunting.
Honestly, the Ecclesia thing is probably a case of us both saying it the wrong way, just differently. Next statement. She was originally on Liquid Television. That is 100% Aeon Flux.
Aeon Flux, yeah.
100%.
Such a good show.
It is.
Nice.
Aeon Flux, probably a thing that I don't know. I don't know how to say it. Aeon?
Girl who
I always
catches
said
flies with
Aeon Flux.
eyelashes.
Yeah, she's really good at like Venus flytrap eyeballs.
That's how they said it in the show.
I don't remember, dude.
I don't
It's been a
remember at
long
all.
time.
There was a.
Did you see the movie?
Yes, and it was
I hear.
awful.
Yeah, I heard it was really bad.
Yeah, like I used to watch the marathons at like 4 a.m. for Aeon Flux on MTV. And
Yeah, sure. I remember watching that in the Max.
The Max is so good.
Max is really good. I could have sworn at some point I heard of some kind of rumor about the Max being republished, like picking up. So I
Like
don't know.
comics or the TV show?
I think the comics, but I'm not 100% positive.
Oh wow.
I kind of fell off of comics for a long time, so I very well may have just like hoped for that to happen, and
Yeah.
I made up my own rumor.
Right. I do that a lot just to give myself hope.
I'm glad I'm not the only one living in a hopeless world. All right, next statement: the Firehawk.
Oh, Lilith.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here, Zach. Lilith.
Yeah, it's a game that you guys never fucking finished.
Jesus Christ, the disdain in your voice.
Yeah,
The
Borderlands
Sounds like a
2.
game I didn't start.
Oh, the Firehawks from Borderlands 2. Tyler
Yeah.
finished Borderlands 2.
Oh, yeah, I'll be
Yeah,
Borderlands too.
Lilith, the siren from the first game is the Firehawk in the second.
You know, the
game.
one from the fair.
Yeah,
I never would have thought about
Wait,
that.
what?
But Lilith Fair.
Lilith, Borderlands. Nice
You're right.
job.
I would have never thought about that. Good
Zach
job.
coming in clutch.
yeah.
Next statement: Super Mario Brothers 2. Princess
Peach.
or Toadstool
Or Toad.
or Princess.
Toad
yeah,
Angeles.
Toad. Yeah,
Oh,
Toad reproduces
Birdo.
with spores.
have you heard the theory that
Please, let's do it.
Toad is the one who is destroying the Mushroom Kingdom?
I have not. Please tell me more.
It's one of those game theories that one of you hates to listen.
That'd be me. I'm
Yeah.
surprised Tyler doesn't know about it
I
already.
heard this one.
This one's great because it, like all the Toadstool people are the ones who are actually invading, and Princess Peach controls them telepathically because they're a spore, they're a fungus, they're a hive mind, and the Goombas and Koopa are actually the ones who were trying to stop everything and
all right.
save the kingdom. But yeah, because the actual denizens are the Goombas and the turtles, but the fungus has taken over everything.
Yeah,
I like that.
actually, the instruction manual for Super Mario Brothers 1 clearly states that the inhabitants of the Mushroom Kingdom are actually turned into blobs.
Well, you know, guess how many of us still have that instruction manual? None of us. So
Your argument is irrelevant. Let's see. Was it Princess? What's the answer? Princess Toadstool. Also accepted. Princess. She's referenced to as both in the manual.
okay.
See, manuals fucking matter more than videos on the internet. Actually, I think Nintendo has like 100% like been like, oh yeah, that thing that was in that manual didn't happen. They weren't blocks. Don't worry. Mario is not just like desecrating the corpses of thousands of inhabitants of the Mushroom Kingdom. All right. Next statement. Slow, heavy footsteps. Get away from her, you bitch.
Oh, Ripley.
Lock it in.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Ripley.
Good
Ellen
job.
Ripley.
From
played
Aliens.
by Sigourney Weaver.
Is she
so hot? So fucking
She's
hot.
referencing Newt in that quote.
Yes,
Is my guess.
Yes.
All right. It's been a
She's
long
in the,
time.
She's in the front end loader.
Yeah, and that EXO.
Yeah, and she's yelling
Yeah.
at the queen and
Right.
beats her around. It's great.
I mean, yeah, it's a different kind of movie. I mean, I like it,
Yeah.
but it.
I loved the first one. I've seen
Yeah.
that in Alien Resurrection.
Oh boy, I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
Ron Perlman.
I saw Alien Resurrection
I
first.
Oh boy.
Oh God, that hurts my brain.
Yeah.
Because we
You always remember your first time.
We went to it was a youth trip to go to the movies, and everybody wanted to see Half Baked. So everyone wanted to see, but we couldn't. We could only either go see The Jackal or Alien Resurrection.
The Jackal.
You would have
I don't
been-
even remember the.
He would have been better off with the Jackal. It was Michael Keaton as a hired international assassin.
I vaguely remember that. Now.
Yeah, and he would shoot from a vehicle or had like
it was
a
also
mounted
like
gun.
it was a TV show in like the 70s or something too.
Yeah,
so.
okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Would you like to go back to the question we passed on?
I've had it running in the background.
Pink hair, sequel of a sequel of a sequel.
Gam.
Zach, I'll Gam. Yeah. Gom. Guam. Zach, I'm happy to defer to you.
Yeah, let me carry the weight of this and fail miserably.
You're the one who has
Yes.
has had all the suggestions for this one.
I mean,
Jim,
Gem or
Gem.
Sakura, not Sakura. God.
get out of this. Get out of this blanket fort.
I think it's
You're fired.
I think it's Jim just because she's been
Recycled
done
so many
times.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
no. She-Ra had got blonde hair. I'm at a loss. No, we'll go Gem.
Jim, locking it in.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, lightning from
Lightning,
Final Fantasy
Final Fantasy
13
13.
and sequels.
Never played it.
That's right.
And she was a garbage character.
You never played it. How do you know?
No, I did. I got like,
Well, now you change the stories. You don't read instruction manuals, and you just change stories.
yeah, that's what I do, Dave.
I'd like to impeach this witness, Your Honor.
You know what? I'll bring up my PlayStation 4. You can see how many hours I played.
Fucking bring it up. Let's do it. Fucking bring it up. Show me the birth certificate.
You're the one who's going to have to ride an hour away and look at it all hooked up and fucking turned on.
You get mighty quiet, get a little sheepish.
You can check it on your PlayStation because you can compare games.
Maybe you're assuming I've played Final Fantasy 13.
It doesn't matter if you played it. You can still see how many hours I've played it. Just like I can see all of Tyler's goddamn gold trophies and I want to punch him in the face.
Oh, I haven't touched
Wow.
that PS4 in forever.
Wow, that's aggressive.
What?
PS3. I played a lot of PS3.
You're redirecting the anger that I've caused by calling you out and redirecting it.
Oh,
Fucking
kind of
me,
like
and
like I did with Josh
just-
Nance and Dave Pate.
I'm just sitting here.
Or he shall not be
I'm
named.
just enjoying my Gatorade. And Zach is all talking about he hates my trophies. hates what I earned in my life.
Yeah.
Thinks I don't deserve it.
Yeah. I'm on your side, Tyler. That's it. We did pretty good on that
All
quiz.
right, yeah.
I mean, except for,
Half of it.
no, we only missed two.
Is it 2 or 3?
Lightning.
We missed Lightning and Shinoa.
Which, I think we can.
We get half credit
yeah.
or full credit. I mean, Maria was like,
We named another vampire hunter that was there when
Right.
the Belmonts weren't.
and she is 100% a vampire hunter.
Yep.
So, actually, you just explained to me why it is not Maria.
Because Maria's a magician
No.
or a
Because-
mage.
No, it's because she's in a game that also has a Belmont in it. That's what he means by when the Belmonts aren't around. I'm assuming that in Order of Ecclesia,
There's no Belmont.
There it is. We figured it out.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like I thought initially? It wasn't a Belmont game. Oh, it was a Symphony of the Night, or
I would like to
Castlevania, but there were no
let
Belmonts.
the record show.
Ah!
This motherfucker said Blood Rain. Roll the tape back. Exhibit A.
I did.
Said Blood Rain. So you
Yeah,
can't go
but I
back on
said
that
it
shit.
wasn't.
This
I
is
thought it was a separate game, and it was still a Castlevania game.
Yeah.
Just no Belmonts. I just said there were no Belmonts around in that game, so it's got to be a different game.
Okay. All right. We'll go with that.
I'll logic the shit out of
I understand your
You
rage.
logic
is-
the shit out of in the wrong direction.
He's so mad his rage is pushing him away from the
Yes.
mic.
No, my back.
I mean, I'll call that a victory. We did good.
Hell yeah.
I've never submitted a quiz before. So Matt will know that we just took this.
I would say we take some calls, but we're over 2 hours now.
Yeah, this has been a long one.
Long one.
Damn, and I just thought of a story that I missed on the front end of this.
Do it.
Okay, so this is
Make
the
it be our stinger. Go
this,
ahead.
this is the
Oh, actually, that can be our stinger. Please wait and tell that story when we close it out. Are you good?
Okay, yeah, you guys just have to wait another couple minutes until we're done with the outro to get this. So
Yeah.
stick around.
All right.
Thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, and YouTube. So to miss the next episode, we're going to be talking about all the DLC for Fallout 4.
That'll be a TADPOG. I'm not playing it.
Yep.
Not playing.
Yep,
I
yep.
never finished Fallout 4, and I don't feel like finishing it, and then all of the DLC before next Tuesday.
And to aid me in that, I am recruiting the help
Ooh.
of Ross Rachel Green.
Oh, okay. Cool. We're going to pipe him in?
Yep.
Cool. All right. From the Nothing to Play podcast?
Uh-huh.
All right. Awesome.
Let's see. You want to send us something? Like more horns to drink out of, more Donkey Konga bongos? You can send that to Tadpog Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002.
Yeah. Also, I realized that I totally fucked up. You saying it was like, oh, those are conga drums. Like, right? That's like the thing. They're conga drums?
Sure.
I don't know.
Beatnik drums, I don't know.
Beatnik drums. Maynard T. Krabs drums.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dobie! Best show on television ever. Better than Frasier.
Blasphemy.
Better than Breaking Bad.
Better than Cowboy Bebop.
What's better than Breaking Bad? Dobie Gillis.
I just broke
The
Zach
many loves.
by saying better than Cowboy Bebop. Zach, I literally just saw him have an aneurysm.
Oh, your neck beard's showing.
Oh, God.
Better than Bewitched. All right, now that might not be true.
It's better than Colorized Bewitched.
Yeah, 100%.
It's better than New Darren Bewitched.
Yeah, you know what's up. Yeah.
God. Nick at Night.
Yeah, man. Hey, we have Instagram, @Tadpog_podcast. You want to be in on our Facebook page?
I do.
We have Tadpog on Facebook. And then for our more fucked up shit, we got Tadpog Nation.
Yeah. It's a Facebook group that's got a whole bunch of things going on right now. I know the Secret Santa gifts are supposed to be sent out like November 20th. I might have a problem with that because I ordered mine. I ordered my gift, and as soon as I ordered it, I got a message saying, hey, we're kind of slammed with holiday traffic right now. Might be a week before we get this out in the mail to you. And it was like, I can either cancel this order and find something that I think is less suitable for this person, or I can just hope for the best. And I've gone with option B. I'm just going to hope for the best.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
So-
Right now, you're saying whoever your Secret Santa is, if yours is late,
That's why.
just chill out. It's
That's
all right.
why.
Dave
It'll be
Dave
fine.
picked you out something special.
I did. I really did. I
Special.
spent a lot of time figuring out my Secret Santa gift. Yeah.
Sweet.
But it's secret. How do you know who you're giving the gift to?
Well, I'm the Secret Santa. They're the recipient.
I'm kidding, Dave. I know how Secret Santa
All right.
works.
I'm just. You look, man. You said
I don't
blood
know.
rain.
I don't know, Blood Rain. I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, the Tadpog Nation Facebook page is where Brandon Cates is organizing the Smash Brothers Super Smash Brothers Ultimate tournament.
Oh,
So
yes.
if you want in on that, which you do, let us know on the Facebook group. It's an announcement post, so it's right at the top.
Well, if I don't have Facebook,
Do you want in the tournament?
I'm not going to be able to come this year.
It's online.
What?
I mean, are you planning on picking up Smash Brothers Ultimate?
On the Switch?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm reversing my
On the
nuptials,
Game
so I'm
Boy.
not going to have enough money at this point in time to pick up a Switch.
Yes or no will do.
No.
Okay.
Let's enjoy that one.
I guess if you're not on Facebook and you want in the tournament, I'm willing to bet.
Again, she laughs at something you say, but I haven't heard anything that I've said.
That's because you're blocking it out.
Tyler, half of that was mine. Come on.
That's true.
That is true. Yeah, I got to give credit. Big ups to Zach. If you won in the tournament and you absolutely refuse to use Facebook, I'm willing to bet that you have a way. You have another means of contacting me. We do have a Discord server. You can contact us there, or you can if the only thing you use is email, you can email me at dave@tadpog.com. That email still exists, but if it gets abused, it will no longer exist because Tyler@tadpog.com no longer exists.
Yeah, we had to shut that shit down.
Yes, we did.
What happened?
He's just getting like nonstop spam.
Unbelievable
Nonstop
amount of spam.
Do you think somebody signed you up for it?
Maybe. I don't know. It was like thousands thousands.
Someone would have really needed to go out of their way to get Tyler the amount of spam.
Which
that he
I
got.
think we know someone who doesn't like the show that probably would have done that.
You're welcome.
But I
Thank
feel like I would have gotten that airstrike as well. So I think that's out. I think it was just a random circumstance. Hey, did you enjoy this episode?
Nope.
I did. If you did, you can feel free to donate on Patreon, patreon.com/tadpog. There's a lot of cool people on there who donate. If you donate $1 a month, you get access to all the bonus episodes that we have done, and we promise that there will be some in the future at some point in time.
Yeah.
So that's our level of commitment at this point. But in the meantime,
We'll do something.
eventually. In the meantime, I want to thank Exalted Lord Mike of Purdue, who recently upped his donation on Patreon by 1 penny, riding that penny train. I'm glad it's back.
That's
I
good.
hope y'all are too.
How long has it been?
Been a long time.
Yeah, I mean, since
Penny Train was
the
dead for a
studio
while.
was in the other room. So
Yeah, we measure Tadpog in where we recorded. It's true.
it's like I think of college in terms of like where I lived.
Where you
at the
lived.
time.
Yeah, absolutely. That totally 100% makes sense.
Yep.
Where I lived or who I lived with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or where we played D&D?
Yeah, which is typically where
combination of
Tyler
the two.
lived. I got a few announcements, if you guys don't mind, before we close out. Actually, it's really just one more. I'm going to be on Experience Grind's Extra Life Twitch. They're doing a charity stream Saturday, November 17th. I'll be helping them. But mainly it's them. I'm really just going to show up and drink and play video games. They're raising money for Riley Children's Hospital as part of their Extra Life charity stream. So if you're not already following Experience Grind on Twitch, go ahead and give them a follow. Tune in. I'm sure the Tadpog Twitch channel will be hosting it as well. So hopefully you won't miss it. And I'll be there. I don't know what I'm playing. I know Micah has issued a Super Mario Brothers 1 challenge where you try to get through Super Mario Brothers 1. You can use warps, but every time you die, you take a shot. And if you don't make it to the end of the game, you donate money to the charity.
Oh, all right.
So I'll be doing that, but I hope that
You'll be fine.
Oh boy, Super Mario Brothers 1 is one of those games where I was talking to Nikki about it last night because I was talking to her about this, and I was like, "Here's the deal with Super Mario Brothers 1. First of all, I remember what it said in the instruction manual. Second of all, that is a game that I know that I can beat, but I don't know when I sit down in front of it if I'm going to beat it this time or not. So it's like
I
one of
say you
those.
call Micah out to up his ante.
Yeah.
And have it be lost levels.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Lost Levels is
Gets the people fucking smashed.
yeah. Lost Levels would get everybody real drunk real fast.
You've beaten it though.
Yeah, I have. I don't know that I could do it taking a shot every time I die because I died a lot in that game. Wind physics and Super Mario Brothers 1. And I think that's it.
And that's it. Our theme song is moved by Sigmore Drive. Link to that track found in the show notes at tadpog.com. Mm-hmm. Zach, thanks for driving all the way down here from the helicopter
To do
shop.
only this.
Yes, this and this alone.
nothing else.
And you will go directly back after this.
Exactly.
Yes, of course.
No, but it's very good to have you on. It's been too long.
Yeah, it's been too long. I really enjoyed this. I've been looking forward to this all week, and I was like, it came closer and closer to time. I was like, I really need to play this game, but I
Yeah.
also need to see.
That's probably because I
people.
put pressure on you on Saturday.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I can beat an 18-hour game in between here and there, and then it was like, do I really want to get out the PlayStation? It's just so hard.
That's where
Gotta
I
get that
switched.
Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have almost convinced me, but
Goodbye.
couple paychecks.
There you go. Get one before they release the new ones because the old ones, the original ones, have a hardware security flaw which you can exploit for reasons.
Oh,
And
specific reasons?
specific reasons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I can put porn on a Nintendo?
Yeah, man, I guess if that's like, yeah, I mean, sure, why not?
So
I have a cell phone for that.
But that's a fun way to play with what's that cardboard thing that
Labo? Labo?
yeah, Labo for porno.
Yeah.
Let's see. How you guys gonna close this out?
Zach, what do you think, man? You're the guest.
Like all of the characters would in this game. Because, they're voiceless acting.
Oh, so we come up with our own voice. For...
No, I was just going to say we sit here in silence.
Oh, in silence?
That would. I thought
We've done that before,
point
though.
would get across.
It did not.
Yeah, I thought it'd be
Truncate
clever.
silence just takes it out.
Yeah, eats it up.
No, like your favorite Chrono Trigger character.
So silence once more?
No. They had ribbits and frog and Magus made noises. Or am I misremembering?
We had
that?
ribbits. We had ribbits for sure. I don't know that we had Magus noises. I know Dr.
Well, we could do it like dark matter.
We could do it as Lavos.
Thinking
That
of
was
something
good.
to try and give one of the throwbacks, but I don't know any Suikoden and I don't know any. Stop putting pressure on me, Dave.
I didn't say
I
it.
feel like I have to perform. You're like, hey, you're the guest. Why don't you come up with this bullshit? And I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
I'm like 18 episodes behind.
Yeah. Well, we started asking the guests to come up with how we close it way longer than 18 episodes.
All right, you know what? Fine.
Yeah.
Since can't come up with anything clever and I missed the fuck out of him,
Yeah, let's
Brandon Eves.
So let's get a good knee-jerk Zach anger reaction. Those are always good.
Yeah.
We're closing it out as Brandon Eves
Eves.
of XLA fame. Good choice, Zach.
Also silence.
What, is he dead?
I said her for a while.
Stan Lee died.
Yeah. Thank God we didn't mention
We didn't
him
mention
on a
him
recent
before.
episode.
Yeah, you're right.
Fuck,
We did
man.
not.
When Carrie Fisher died, I thought I was done with the show.
Yeah, people sort of blamed us for the death of Carrie Fisher.
It was weird.
And Hans Gruber.
Yeah. Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman. Couldn't think of his name.
Except for Snape.
Who?
Severus Snape.
Who? Is
Murder face.
that a Final Fantasy 13 character?
Yep.
Lightning, Vanille, Severus Snape.
I'm Snipper Snip. All right. So until next time. I mean, it was his initial name.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's old school. Original flavor. Tropical Capricorn.
All right, Zach, please weave us your tale.
What's your stinging?
Okay. So, what's the longest con you've ever run on somebody to make them feel bad about themselves?
Like a Dragon Con?
No, like a con, a ruse, if you were.
Con? I think you mean can.
Yeah, and like
Yeah. Moulin Rouge? Yeah.
Melissa said something mean to me in high school, and now what is good?
Oh, wow. I heard her groan.
And now she has 2 babies inside her. got that bitch fucking good.
So that's a 15-year.
Well, yeah, but
Okay, this one wasn't that long, but I was blown away at the diabolical nature of this. So
That you did?
no,
Oh, okay.
This was played on me, and I just finally had the it broke, and I found out what happened.
Some real like Sawyer from Lost shit.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. So my friend, who's an evil genius,
Okay.
like
check.
more Lex Luthor
All right.
than I don't know, like the Joker. So he
Or Doctor Doom.
Then Jesse Eisenberg, Lex Luthor.
Yeah. He's like, man, how funny would it be if you got all right, here's what I'm gonna do. And he tells me this whole plan. He's like, I'm gonna
take my dick out,
Yep. And let you suck it.
but don't look at it.
Don't make eye contact either. So I'm gonna get this huge green macaw and I'm gonna have it listen to Rick and Morty 24/7, and then I'm gonna put it in a box and drop it off at my buddy's place.
It's macaw in a box. There.
And leave a note
It's
that
done.
says no give backsies, and just run away. And I'm like,
Can't give it back then.
that's genius.
Law.
Bird law.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I'm like, that's a great idea. Like, your friend's going to be pissed, but that is a great idea.
Is it though? I'm gonna have a grandma call say, "I'm Pickle Rick, Pickle Rick."
Yeah, I would have like stopped. Can we pause? Why is that a great idea?
Why?
Yeah.
I mean, because then you get to laugh about, hey, you remember that time I gave you that bird?
But it says no take vaccine.
Show me what you've got. Funny bird.
Damn his bird curse.
See? Why are you laughing if it's not funny?
I didn't say it's not funny. I just said why.
You're funny, Zach.
Oh. So time passes. I'm talking months goes by.
All right.
And then my buddy's
You
like,
put 2 babies inside them.
Yep. 2 butt babies. That's how you get Democrats.
Yeah. That's how you get Pickle Ricks.
So
You can't hurt me with Democrat jokes.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty apolitical, honestly. As long as my house is there, my family's fine.
No,
it's whatever.
It's fine. I'll be over here on the right side of history, Zach. It's fine. Go ahead.
the left side. The left side of history. I think you mean.
The correct side of history.
So time elapses, and then he hits me up, and he's like, "Hey, when can I drop this bird off?" And I'm floored. I'm like, "No birds. 2 Mancoon cats that are like 20 pounds, 15, 18 pounds apiece. Like
they'll fucking kill a bird.
Yeah,
I had 2 Mancoon cats.
I was like, no, not happening. And he's like, no, I'm getting really sick of having this bird around.
I'm getting sick of hearing Pickle Rick.
And he like sticks his head.
I'm ready to put this thing in a box.
He puts his head under it. Stop pruning yourself, man. He's sticking his head underneath his wing and burping, and every time I go to stop him, he'll belch and then ha ha ha. And I'm like, dude,
what does he do?
Huh?
What does he do? Okay.
So your friend is telling you this?
Yes.
Okay.
And while he took the bird to work, to the warehouse, and he's got the bird there with him, and he lets him fly around.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Is the bird real? Does the bird really exist?
Or is he trolling you with a fake bird?
Right. I'm trying to figure out where the con comes in. All right. Okay. We figured it out.
So then I'm about to leave, or I'm here, and I'm about to go visit, and he's like, oh, you're getting divorced, so you're not going to have the cats anymore, and Amy was the big problem about you having the bird.
This is his reaction to hearing about your divorce?
My thoughts
I get to
exactly.
deliver the punchline. Wow.
And I'm like, no, I'm not taking the fucking bird. You're the one who fucked you over. Like, you're the one who came up with this plan, bought a goddamn macaw, and have been feeding it and letting it shit all over your house and fly around and making it watch Rick and Morty. This is not my problem. You made your 7th level of hell. You have to sit in this fire and burn. He's like, okay, all right, change of plans, but okay. And I'm like, all right. He even sent me a picture of him and his wife with the fucking bird.
Face swapped. So you knew it was real.
So I get to his house, and I walk in, and I look around. I'm like, there's no sign of the bird. There is no sign. And we,
well, oh, man, you should have gone to his house dressed up as a bird. Like, when you walked in and realized, you should have been like...
I still didn't get it. Okay. I still didn't get it. So, like, we're gun nuts. So I'm showing him my new rifle, and he's pulling out his rifles. And I go into every room in the house, including the bathroom. I'm like, all right, there are 2 closets. They're about 1 foot wide. And unless he's a sick bastard, there is no bird. Because, sticking a bird in a closet that small.
Is that bad for them?
Well, I mean, do you want PETA on your ass?
Oops. I don't know bird law.
Oh, shit, I gotta get out of here. You'll finish the show.
Bird law states.
Yeah.
Like, my heart drops, and I'm like, this motherfucker.
His bird died.
But also,
Oh, fuck.
I've been feeling so bad for like months because I didn't take this bird. I was like, I can't take the bird. And now he's stuck with this bird that's going to live 85 years. And I'm like, you're a piece of shit. And then we take some shots and get really, really drunk and hug. Mouth hugs.
Hugs so good.
So it was revealed. How was it revealed that the bird did not exist? Like,
oh, I was sitting there and he's like, so you're not going to ask about the bird? And I was like, and I tell him that spiel that I just told you.
Yeah.
I went into every room, and unless you got him in one of those fucking closets,
I
he
tossed your
doesn't
place.
exist. And he's like, nope. nope, no bird.
Let's get
And
drunk.
I'm like, you're a fucker. You are a piece of shit.
Let's get drunk and do gay stuff.
And then he says to me, he's like, do you not know me? Zach, I lie.
I hate birds.
I murdered the bird already because you wouldn't take it.
It was a friendship test, and you failed. You know I hate
even
birds.
said that in the text message. I was like, look, I'll take the bird and I'll get rid of it, but I'm not taking a fucking bird.
I will be your bird
for 85
murderer.
years.
Your birderer.
It is tough to
on,
drown
Zach.
a bird.
Embrace the Beastmaster within you. Like, just become Dar. Like, get you a couple ferrets. You got your dog. You're getting a new dog.
That's a
I
good.
like this
And then,
grocery
like,
list of animals.
Then you got a macaw.
Get you some ferrets. What you gotta do, son? You gotta get you some ferrets.
Couple box turtles.
This is he was.
You have a
who comes up
UHF
with this
zoo on your
shit?
hands.
Like, this is a great idea. You need to do this.
The lion from Madagascar. Get him if you can.
Oh, fuck. I was relieved and so pissed. But there you go. If you want to run a practical joke on somebody, there's a template for you.
So do that. Let us know how it goes.
You done got catfished. What happened? You done got catfished with the bird.
I'm pretty sure that's going to happen
bird
whenever I
fished.
get back on Tinder or one of those social networking sites. Because I don't know how to
I don't
date.
know if I'd call Tinder a social networking site, though, exactly.
Hey, let me slide into your DMs on LinkedIn.
Yes, on LinkedIn. You up?
I like that pantsuit.
Man, you look smart in that pantsuit. Girl, you look smart as hell.
That LinkedIn joke I stole, but I can't remember where from. So
I'd never heard it
I can't
before,
take
so
credit.
it was clever.
I can't take credit for it, but I know that I've heard
Just
it somewhere.
take it, Dave.
Nope,
Just take
can't do it.
Just take it.
Can't do it.
Take it.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.